Yo. You gotta be a glitch. 31 days, what? Yo. What y'all mean? What happened with 31 days? Oh, that bitch say 11-4? Oh, I'm tweaking. That's why. What's today's date? What is it, October? I don't know. Anyway, hey, boom. So before we start the documentary, we're gonna do like a couple of them, cause this is a part 2, so we're gonna do a couple of them Dul songs. Y'all dropping in the chat later on. Do like 3 of them. Yo, what's good? Oh, get back. 1 and 2. Where's get by part 1 at? I see 2. Oh, this here right here. This part 1. What is this, part 1? We'll just go with part 2, fuck it. And what else? The real is, huh? The last stream is just part 1, this part 2. We're gonna do a few songs and the documentary. That's it for real? Damn. Just them 2? Alright. Oh, the re-uploaded one part 2. That's what okay, that's what you talking about. Alright. Alright, let's see. Y'all ready? We gotta get them out of here. Go ahead and pop it off. Y'all ready? Yo. I ain't realized that was in that bit deep, that first stream. They said that bit was about to hit 200. I ain't even realize, but I had to get up out of there real quick. Let's go. Alright, boom. Let's go. Fuck it.
I'm a V-Lone thug, get the fuck out my face.
Big fucking kids. Real direct and disrespectful. Niggas know what the fuck going on. They see my eyes under the mask and they won't make a sound. One little job popped out with no mask, I watched them bang the pound. They bunched up in a group, we switched the corner, we gon' shake the crowd. Sheem got caught at level up, Lil Broski knocked his level down. He caught eating, bust his ratchet, he stiff on the ground. Face out on the section, bliss with the yop, and bro gon' chase him down. Watch me hop out on my feet, creep, then walk him down. Hit him in his top before he dropped, he glitched and walked around. Knock his burner out his throat, like chill bro, stay for law. You tried to beg for help, Lil bro like shut up, nigga ask a law. Push the rock, yeah he stay jacking, he don't pass the ball. Tried to bend the 6, we tapped his head, Lil Broski cracked the skull. Me and D2 jump out, bliss that block, we end the first to fall. Burn him jump out, standing over BJ cause he tried to crawl.
Don't cry.
so crazy, bro.
Just fucking waste, man.
He dissed the guys and then he died, that's worse than selling out. We get that load on carry it, we come into your house. They call him Wolf and tap his head, they call him Fire Scout. They was 7 deep and that was 4, that's in Granny house. You cracking 4s, you dropping 5s. I'm trying to crack a brain, can't wait to see you see me, they gon' die. We be in that V trying to hop out, tap your head and watch it fly. They got that song, I know they mad, he not alive. That song, I know he mad, he not alive. Uh-huh. 3 different yachts up in the world like we the Taliban. He in the booth, keep making songs like we ain't drop his man. Hop out the V with the it's blowing like a fan. I mix the booger with the locust, fucking with my head. We hit the 7, then hit the gun, that's 2 different drops. I roll up Kosh with BJ, that's 2 different ops. Take one of mine, get to the yours, this shit'll never stop. It ain't no shooting out the V, we standing over top.
This nigga brother died, he still making diss songs, Ooga Booga, Deepening, HL. Really in a snipe. Ooga felt that Mick Button, long with Sonny, bro. Sonny keep on dropping this song like he just do nothing. They lost 3 homies back to back, CC just getting punished. Westside Cavs, he hit the best, just call a left, he never run. Niggas know them tables turn, these niggas dying left and right. We pop our dirt, these niggas take off running for they life. I walk past TSA, they don't even dig, it's 30 pounds when I flight.
Yeah, your heart is a bitch, bro.
Big fucking keys. 5-6 Red heart and disrespectful. 150 shots dropped on that block, them youngins can't outrun these weapons. We got ops, but they got both the ass, won't hear about them stepping. Did the piece so fucking bad, we made new ops back on the western. Get them North boys hella passes, cause we know they easy records. Hit the 8, then been through Southford, take it straight back up the market. April detour hit the 6, the PPA hop out and park shit. They hit loco with atomic warfare, turned them to a Martian. We got guns from modern warfare, yops like some from a car kit. CCK keep taking losses, be the main ones, try to start shit. Hit the ad, hop out on feet. Get them North boys hella passes, cause we know they easy records. Hit the 8, then been through Southford, take it straight back up the market. April detour hit the 6, the PPA hop out and park shit. They hit loco with atomic warfare, turned them to a Martian. We got guns from modern warfare, yops like some from a car kit. CCK keep taking losses, be the main ones, try to start shit. Hit the ad, pop out on feet, the first stop I see I delete. Dropping statements on the guys, trying to come around, end up deceased. If you diss and pop a bitch at crib like you just broke your lease. I just found out where they bury YG, let's go take a leak.
That niggas that they diss and pop a batch of crib like you just broke your lease.
Taking losses, be the main ones, try to start shit. Hit the ad, pop out on feet, the first stop I see I delete. Dropping statements on the guys, trying
CCK versus YBC. Bro, we can get them all in. Tonight we just got that 2-hour one right quick. Another night we can do the other ones. We'll get all these documentaries in. And then I'll put all the documentaries out, the videos out on my burner channel for playback.
hit the ad, pop out on feet, the first stop I see I delete. Dropping statements on the guys, trying to come around, end up deceased. If you diss and pop a bitch at crib like you just broke your lease. I just found out where they bury YG, let's go take a leak. Too many ops say bro, just grab a Fonto, fuck a Swisher leaf. Ooh, we got hit all up in his taco, they knocked out his meat. All the ops keep clicking up like damn, thought y'all was supposed to be.
I had a nigga, he ain't getting back. I bounce out, they run track. I put foot up on my ball, I just gotta wave it and give it a tag. Ooga booga, they didn't back. Fools playing the game, this shit start late. Get on them chasing, you rooting for it. We call butt in the park, we caught us some bags. And we got all different guns. I tell little bro, pick you one. Just try smacking his blood down out the switch, we think we gon' run from. Bro come through like Giannis, if you hit there on that block, get dunked on. We turn niggas anxieties, and I love smoking HIV, the best one.
Oh, he was sliding though. As soon as you get past like the mumble a little bit and then you start to really ham, bro, I was having some lines in there.
Chasing, you rooting for it. We call butt in the park, we caught us some bags. And we got all different guns. I tell little bro, pick you one. Just try smacking his blood down out the switch, we think we gon' run from. Bro come through like Giannis, if you hit there on that block, get dunked on. We turn niggas anxieties, and I love smoking HIV, the best one.
Let's just switch it up, switch it up, but I had them. I'm trying to bring that box inside, so I'm trying to see who fences. He got hit up bad, that's gonna give me that leg. But I ain't got give me a dick, I send big bitch to give me a bad. He dropped a disc, then he died. I guess his music crazy. When Deep Loco died, they threw a party right next to his hearse. We barely tripping, fell like where you going? We supposed to fill us worth the ass to every block. We called nephew and he took off. Booga died soon as he clocked out. HL dress, off his couch. We turned up and went up 3 soon. They thought we was down and out. Westside Kev went to that cookout. That's the last day he went out. Westside Kev died. Them LMGs still ain't pop out. First team in the fucking league.
Bro, they production crazy, bro.
Wawa's newest $6.
Telling you. Alright, let's do part 1 first.
Attack from the outside you can deal with, but attack from the inside, your history. Once you take that first step, there's no turning back. You either succeed or you're lost in enemy territory. And if you miss, you die. And all your friends will die.
I told my soldiers suit up, go to war, let's show 'em we not playing. Let's creep up on these niggas, hit that cutlass, let these hollows change them. Bullets I sling them, we don't shoot from far, we get up close and bang them. I think we flame them, think we face the ranger, we turn them boys to angels. Them I can talk that shit cause we been laughing from the start. I ain't gon' lie about my wreck, go extra streets, I made a mark. He try to run, I put that on to him like my name Tony Stark. He 2 to 3s, they burn like acid, start to can all his parts. Your little whole bitch, she is goofy, tell me blame them, think we face the ranger, we turn them boys to angels. Them I can talk that shit cause we been laughing from the start. I ain't gon' lie about my wreck, go extra streets, I made a mark. He try to run, I put that on to him like my name Tony Stark. He 2 to 3s, they burn like acid, start to can all his parts. Your little whole bitch, she a groupie, tell her back that she a fan. Go extra streets by YFA, bitch, we the ones creating strands. I had your bubble come and kill you, line you off for a couple bands. That boy keep capping in his rep, he ain't
we the ones creating strands. Whoa.
parts. Your little whole bitch, she a groupie, tell her back that she a fan. Go extra streets by YFA, bitch, we the ones creating strands. I had your bubble come and kill you, line you off for a couple bands. That boy keep capping in his rep, he ain't get back for his little man. That little dish your homie too, that shit ain't none cause he a capper. Bitch, it's Christmas time, I tell my shooters, gift wrap me a clapper. My shooters hungry, I told him bring his head back on the platter, make sure it's splatter. Wander Franco hit his shit like I'm a batter. That Millie pumped all on his chest like we did CPR. Don't need no scopes to the 2 beams, just we can see him from the far. They talk about get back at them youngers that got stuck up in that car. They yelling breathe, baby breathe, cause his little lungs got torn apart. You can ask about YFA, they gon' tell you ain't no get back. And bitch, we standing on this rack, I think K3 done caught a flex. So Brookie, please turn on that beam and take the switch and leave him strapped. My bitch go and we got packs, yeah, so Livy, we try and match. Don't get it twisted, bitch, I still pop right.
Hold on, first dude with Reek and he booked for 2 bodies. And then now they saying dude rapper had ratted.
My bitch go and we got packs, yeah, so Livy, we try and match. Don't get it twisted, bitch, I still pop right out that cut, he out of luck. Caught his ass up on that side, he should've ducked. We spin back to back, bodies in one day, they know what's up, we get it done. Get that drop and drop his ass, this shit for fun, let's add up dead niggas. Throw and see it coming, oh let's knock, they know we here splitters. Working on that block, they on the run, we let it dump. YFA, I'm facing ranger, super active, what you want? Caught them blacking that there like we hopping out and having fun. We got niggas hiding out, they trying the beef. Ain't no copping out, we catch them on that side, DIE. Fuck the Drake, we got switches on these Glocks, bitch, come and see. Tap once them bitches rollin', get the bangin' like KD. Bitch, we the real drillers. Freak bitch got the drop and sent it off, shit, we them real killers. Creepin' on that spot, try knock them all, cause we don't feel niggas. We the face of Rangers, pop out that cut, watch how we kill niggas. I hang with wig splitters, lacking on that block with too much lean inside his soda. We getting back and that's a fact, you know them boys ain't getting older. He was loafing, with his bitch into that glizzy, got the rollin'. We get over, hopping out with different blicks, I should've told him.
Smoking on these dead niggas. Buddy in a fro, with a buddy in a flow, and a snipe, and a rizzy, and a K3. Buddy in a fro, with a young boy from the big rock. Nigga, how you making raps about a bus stop? You tryna make your camp look good, you need to fucking stop. Every time Livy in the city, that nigga duck his top. Q5 ain't get a chance to make his jump shot. They still ain't get back for Lil Mirror, he caught a neck shot.
Someone runs for safety, while the calls for help echo in the background.
If Burger was alive, I would've made that little bitch fuck the block. That 10 milli jumping all on Tommy and made his body lock. We the one.
Yeah, bro was having his way with this shit, bro. Bro had to be stopped. Bro had to be stopped.
10 milli jumping all on Tommy and made his body lock. We the ones that's making noise. We got the city hot. 20 grand in my Kasulis, I got big knots. Them niggas on the 9 don't got no guns and they all pop. We can't even been up on the mic, they on the rooftop. I keep forgetting about that young boy from the back block. Had he try to run with his gun, they made his back hot. We call Rel Perkhead, that nigga love shots.
Screaming in my head, the voices keep me calm. I'll be waiting for the dead, and I think they can
Red Bull gives you wings.
Showing guys, knock, they coming out that cut and shit was by surprise. We the face of race and shit, they know just what we do. We ain't see it, fuck the nigga new. We ain't see it coming, bring your head back in two. I'ma grab my Glock and fuck the bitch until she choke. We can over again.
This is a friend of mine. That means you're connected, gang.
Oh, the second dude read?
Now, if I said is that this is a friend of ours, that would mean you were a bad guy. Capiche?
Yeah, friend of mine, friend of ours. What do I call you, friend of ours?
Keep your fucking mouth shut about me. That's it. You're done.
We do real killing, still a blick without my mans. Catch him late and blast and we ain't giving out no pants. Red that pan, waters popping out that cut, ain't see the flash. Yeah, he switches fast, he try run, we on that ass. Freedom members, we was wildin' out, see house, we hopping out. Grab that Glock, see what that block about, we can't, they hiding out. Who do it better? Mixing fruit with that Q, really get it wetter. Shit, we don't let up, get my bitch to get the drop, we gon' stretch him. AOE, why they cap like we ain't push it on the map? Go check the stats, why I fade and stood on top, that's max. Bitch, we murder gang, them lazy drills and shit, we spinning back, bro, that's a fact. All the shots from my that car, that shit was wet. Hey, 12 man, move that drip, that shit too loud, bro, I can't hear my gun. That bitch go bloop, my bitch go cause I just tap it once. I can turn that bitch to fully flip the switch and just clap it once. Another out, we lay down in that bed cause we just packed him up. Moski in the back screen froze, 3 was at the light, he ain't go. Rizzy in the pack, he blow, I just put a switch on my pole. We don't double back, we hit his head stained over top when he fooled. This ain't the last lap, your man in pack, he shouldn't stop and went go. Real trappers, we run through these bulls, this shit ain't nothing. Real laters, bro, hand me that pound, I'm finna bust it. Just slapped the 50 in the Glock and I won't hesitate it up. But I got like 60 in this bitch, let's go ahead and drop 100.
And I make music for the dead, and I'ma make sure that them niggas feel everything I said. If Rizzy never crossed the street, they probably never tapped his head. I don't even want the chain when I catch him, I want his dreads. Niggas can't even been up on the 9, they block red. Niggas camping on the mont, them niggas scared. They on the rooftop, tell them get back for they foot soldier. Buddy got cooked, they hit him up with all boulders.
Other two niggas was snide too. What's delayed? Nah. It's not late. Alright, boom, let's hop into the documentary.
And I'm a meathead. I went to this place to find other meatheads. Didn't really pan out. It wasn't easy being a meathead. Now it is.
Meat for real meatheads. Yumbo.
Welcome to Take 5 Oil Change.
Hey, how long will this take? I'm kind of in a rush.
Just 10 minutes.
Get out!
They hate me, that mean they like me or they do something, like, feel me, like, they paying attention. They paying attention and I make them feel some type of way. So if I can make you feel some type of way, I'm gonna keep making you feel some type of way. Street can vouch for me. Anywhere I go, nobody don't play with me. I never got robbed. I never got touched, shot at in the city yet.
I don't want this video to serve as anything else but a warning, a cautionary tale. There's nothing to glorify or look back fondly on in the life of YBC Dul. He left in his wake a horrified city, several friends of his that died, and dozens sitting in the jail cell as a result of this highly and self-published deadly beef that his gang was embroiled in. This is a sad story about a kid who became a man in one of the worst parts of the city he's from. YBC Dul must be looked at as a case study on what not to do, how not to move, and the decisions not to make. Dul's main purpose and reason for rapping were for all the wrong reasons. He wanted clout and to pop his shit to the ops. Seeing pain and untreated trauma is always a part of these stories as well. How much that played into Dul's circumstances is truly unknown, but there is no doubt that living in abject poverty, having a mom on drugs and a father who walked out very early on, and a neighborhood that showed him nothing but the harsh realities of what happens when you don't treat life as the precious gem that it is, had some sort of effect on the outcome of YBC Dul's life.
I mean, they consider me a drill rapper for me, but I just talk my shit, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I just pop my shit. Like, I'm not even no rapper. Like, I don't go to the studio with 24 or 16, make a hook and I just go there, how I feel, I just say that shit and I just pop my shit.
When all was said and done, YBC/YFA was directly responsible for 10 or more deaths, dozens of shootings, as well as dozens of members dead or behind bars. While Dul was alive, he dissed at least 32 people. That's 32 families that were affected by the war, and 32 sets of families that felt no sympathy, and some might.
This man dissed 32 people, bro? What? This man, what?
Was alive, he dissed as doubly responsible for 10 or more deaths, dozens of shootings, as well as dozens of members dead or behind bars. While Dul was alive, he dissed at least 32 people. That's 32 families that were affected by the war, and 32 sets of families that felt no sympathy, and some might have felt joy and relief when YBC Dul was shot and killed in August of 2024.
All my niggas dead or in jail, this shit different now. We used to shoot hoops, but we shoot pistols now.
Abdul Vix was born in North Philly and moved to West Philly at the age of 9. He went to various high schools around West Philly like Boys Latin and ended up getting kicked out of all of them. His relationship with his neighborhood, and especially his neighbors, is shaky at best. Over the years, he managed to make, especially the older people in his hood, hate him. Not to mention that by the time the beefs we're about to talk about were at their peak in 2021 and 2022, Dul was moving around the city, and at times, the country, constantly. So when he did eventually come around for his vlogs or to see his family, people were scared to even stand near or around him for fear of being collateral damage.
See how we talk, we've been walking around all day, right? Now once it get time to walk into the war zone, don't want to come no more. You see, got shit to do now and all that. They don't want to come to the war zone. When it's time to go to my hood, don't want to go to the war. Don't want to come to the war zone. I'm about to go. I'm about to go put my feet on land. Right now we on 42nd and Parkside. This my block. This was Die Fetty, RP Die. Like we used to slap box all back here. All we do is slap like this. The slap box joint.
Would you say that YBC is from West Philly?
Yeah, YBC is the bottom. We got a couple that's like from North into that in the mix, but majority like YBC originated from West, and everybody in YBC like we somebody like Big Brother or something that's in like YFA. Like it's two groups, it's YBC and YFA. That's the younger version of us. I don't know who that was. Every time somebody been seeing me, bro, they been rolling their windows up. I don't like when they do like that. I feel like they be putting cars in and shit. I'm gonna start shooting people that do that. Walking with me, a bad joint, but so-called be on my ass still, so that'd be a bad joint. We just having a cool collected day. We don't feel like shooting people. We don't feel like having shootouts and none of that. We just chilling.
Y'all can do that when I'm back home safe. So you feel like you have a lot of on-site situations in the city?
It is no talking. It's on-site every time.
It's funny. I just jammed a nigga on this block the other day.
We really killed a lot of this though. Like niggas is not here no more, bro. The hood dry, bro.
So you see you tortured the whole block?
We tortured the whole hood though. Like nobody don't come outside around here. We walking through blocks. You don't see nobody. Shit torture. This is a ghost town.
Is that like sad at all to be like, yo, no one's outside? We the whole place up.
I wish it ain't like, bro. I swear, I put this on my mom. Like if I could trade and turn like all this shit back, be something else or like. Feel me, bro? I wish I had my niggas, bro. I don't go about doing this shit right here, bro.
What up, bro?
I just do this shit now because it's like, if I don't do this shit, bro, I'ma be a nut ass nigga if I don't make it out the hood. Like if I don't get successful, bro, and get rich, bro, I'ma feel like I'm a nut ass nigga, and I'ma feel like I failed all my homies. Look, this shit a desert town, ghost town, bro. Nobody outside. We f the hood up. Like when you in down Kennington, how the whole, like everywhere outside, bro. It's not like you gonna get shot down here, bro. Like with that shit I be talking about in my reps, bro. That shit real. Go listen to it. Everybody getting shot. Mom, dad, sisters, brothers. We proving a point. If I stop rapping today or tomorrow, I can put 1,000 pounds on this block. On my mom. On my mom. For none of that.
We ain't know what niggas on, feel me? They know what we on, feel me?
What's YBC? We young bag.
Young bag chasers, feel me?
You hit a nigga 3 times, he undercooked. If a nigga get hit with 8 or more, he overcooked. It depends where you hit him at. I ain't get hit yet.
When you say hit, you mean hit by gun bullet?
Yeah, got by gun bullet.
You never been hit?
Yeah, I ain't get hit yet, feel me? This yacht block.
Yacht is there.
42nd Street go a long way though, like 42nd Street stretch from this the last stop though, like nobody else connected to YBC after this 42nd.
Okay.
Like, cause 42nd Street still go down there too, but like this the last 42nd that's in YBC. And then this 42nd Street stretch all the way to Parkside. That's all our shit. I just miss how it used to be. When I used to be out here every day. It used to be me, Dafetti, Zan, like Josh. We used to like really hustle out here. I used to sell nicks and dimes, real shit. And then this is my block though, like this 42nd Street is all it is, feel me? Y'all, I know y'all don't want to get in this video. Yo, yeah, that's cause Briz fuck with the op, that's why. I'm just doing a vlog. I ain't really doing. I'm just showing my block. She from London.
Hello.
I ain't really doing shit. I'm out with a butt pocket though. But I'm just chilling though, feel me? Feet on land, real life, no security, J on. It's really like my hood. Like I grew up on this block. Like I used to run up and down this block all day long. Like this my block. Like real shit. This the other side of 42nd Street. You see how we just drove over the Blue Bridge? Yeah, we run both sides.
Hey, yo, all right, get in your car, bro.
We out.
By the time YBC really locked in as a gang and started rapping was around 2017. J100 was the only one really carrying it as far as consistent releases. He was mostly rapping about his life at the time, and he had the typical Philly underground sound. Jay had some fans, but never really found the success he was looking for as a rapper. Dul, along with a lot of the OG YBC members like BK, Dafetti, T.O., and even eventual ops like Benji from 39th Street, were all seen in some of Jay's older videos. In this video from 2019, you can see F5, BK, or Baby Kai, Jay, Dul, and of course, all of the other guys from back then. They go further back than most people realize.
Bitch, I'm on the block with them gold getters. He fucked up if he don't got his pull with it. Catch him out broad day, we gon' roll on it. Dark times, I threw for holes in it. Willie, you still like a cat and kid. The opposite like Sonic ain't fast and shit. Nigga, we got all the drugs. Make you strip and run down for your funds. Fuck y'all niggas ain't show me no love. Leave your face on the shirt like a logo. All the things that be moving in slow-mo. They gon' fuck on my song on my dolo. Oh, shit. Go chase a bag in the morning. You know it's my chicken in the morning. Money in a rubber band. I'm probably fucking your daughter. She do whatever I say. The dick gotta follow an order. She know a young nigga ballin'. Like I ain't playing for ballin'. Post it up like a stop sign. Little bitch car, I ain't got time. Niggas fraud at the rank. I ain't got chopped down for trying to block sign.
Where the fuck you found this shit?
What up, Kyle? YBC. I got a shape from the muzzle. Niggas don't know what it is. Being stuck in the struggle. Put it together like puzzle. Think about copping the muzzle. Right. Little car on the beat. Don't be in Miami, but we get the heat. Niggas be bitches till we start with choppers. We back on the block. We ain't saying a thing.
This photo from 2019 shows a united West Philly trying to put petty beefs and drama down for the good of the neighborhood and before it got ugly. But as we all know, that's not how things ended up playing out.
I lost Josh to the streets, bro. I got a video of Josh right now. He said, when you come to my crib, throw some rocks in my back window. Like, that's our first loss. That's our first YBC loss. Hey, passed away. I got him tatted on my face. Right here. For Josh, too.
2019 was the year things would get real for YBC, as Joshua Munson, or YBC Josh, died.
Grip, stability, precision. That's the essence of driving. Loft.
When you're a full-time parent with a full-time job,
For my life.
you need a master's that works with.
Call my phone when Josh died. My first time.
Oh my God. I'm up here fighting for my life. We only 10 minutes in. Still got about hour 50 to go. Whew.
I cried to the streets. That shit turned me to a beast.
Damn, dissing on Josh, that shit ain't good for your well-being. Don't do it.
He was a 42nd Street original, and his death was the first that Dul would suffer, but definitely not the last.
What was the beginning of all this?
Yeah, we was fighting and all that before that shit, but like, yeah, we was fighting. That's what it really was. We beef with from like old shit, fighting and that shit.
How many people have you lost?
For real, to be honest, bro, I probably done lost like 19 niggas, bro. No bullshit, bro. It's still in her though, like, my fans know who in her, like, there's some faces in her, but niggas definitely not here right now though, feel me? Yeah. Some in temporary situations, some in like situations they can't get out of no more. Like, it is what it is though. Free the guys, long live the guys though.
A man in his early 20s wearing blue shorts and a white tank top parked a gold Dodge Ram pickup on the corner of 42nd Street and Mansfield Avenue, just around the corner from where Josh was. Police say the man exited the truck and jogged to Wyalusing Ave. He saw Josh and fired. They say the man ran back to the truck immediately following the shooting and drove westbound on Mansfield Avenue. Joshua Munson lost his life on that Wednesday afternoon, May 29th, 2019. At 1:40 p.m., Philadelphia police officers responded to the 4200 block of Wyalusing Avenue and found Joshua on the sidewalk, suffering from several gunshot wounds. Police transported him to the hospital where he was placed in critical condition. He will hold on for 2 days, but unfortunately, Joshua died from his injuries on May 31st, 2019. Josh lived near 42nd and Mansfield Avenue in West Philly, right where he was killed. Like many sets in Philly, YBC, or Josh World, was formed after the death of a young man, in this case, Josh. YBC started as friends that went to school together and lived in the same neighborhood. YBC members mostly come from 42nd and 43rd Streets in Mantua. They would get in fights and always stick up for each other. Spilling blood and sweat with your friends creates a closer bond. That bond is made even closer when one of those friends is killed and someone from the crew is willing to seek revenge. Once a murder happens, you and the guys are tied in by blood for real, and that makes the bond even stronger. That's how most sets, blocks, or gangs are formed. I don't care what people call them, they're describing the same concept. It can't be overstated how dumb and misleading the streets are. Everything I'm about to break down in this story was avoidable. None of it had to happen. But once one person is killed, oftentimes in the hood, it's always street justice that follows. Relying on the cops to carry out America's justice doesn't work on the streets. They want blood and revenge. And that's how these oftentimes small conflicts explode into years-long gang wars that span years and see countless people die and go to jail. This is one of the more exaggerated examples because of how many people were killed and arrested and how public the rappers made all of the drama, all in the span of the last 4 years.
A man was shot and killed on a basketball court in Mantua this evening. The shooting happened on the 3900 block of Olive Street around 5 o'clock. Police say the victim was shot multiple times. At this point, police have not discovered a motive and no one has been arrested.
A man named Lafitte Hawkins, or Bud, was gunned down at a playground in West Philly. Sidney, or Sid, was from 39th Street and was truly someone YBC hated.
Oh, shit, man.
Took credit for the killing of BL. BL was from YBC's area and he was killed in September of 2020. Sid is rumored to have also shot at least 3 other YBC members on various occasions.
New tonight, Philadelphia police say a 21-year-old man was shot and killed execution style in Belmont. It happened at Belmont and Westminster Avenues around 9:30. Investigators say the gunman fired 15 shots at the victim near his house. They are looking for a tan car seen speeding away from that area. So far, no arrests or motive in this case.
Mixing kill and the Rilla with the BL and the BK. I don't smoke that's like X-Men with a red jet. Shout out my dog, Big 39, stand doing business. This and Q-Raw, he making the bad decision. Old boy thought he had a shot, it was a no dagger. 3 bands on a go fund, I guess he don't matter.
BL's killing is potential get back for Bud. YBC Vaughn, along with another person, is currently fighting this case in court.
Police hope surveillance video helps them catch the gunman wanted in a shooting at a West Philadelphia corner market. It happened last night at 54th and Wyalusing. The 2 suspects opened the door, started firing, and ran off. Police say an 18-year-old was the target and was shot 5 times. He's in critical condition. A store employee was shot in the leg and crawled to safety.
No, I'm not Serena, but I do play with the Rex. Once we get that Lolo, we just go create the pack like we
2021 would be the year the city of Philadelphia was introduced to YFA. YFA is an adjacent gang to YBC. There are people like F5 and Curry who were the ones out front. There was also Baby Wick, Reek 1200, Kier, Mirror Pop, and FS the Bender. Curry was from Southwest, and Reek and Baby Wick and FS are all from North. Mirror Pop is from right around where Dul lived near 42nd and Wallace. They came together through family and circumstance and allied with YBC. But this isn't a click up. Family ties and shared loved ones make them a unit. How did you end up like with Dul and all them and like F5 and all them? Like how did that happen?
Just basically all like the streets turned us into, you feel me? Streets turned into music shit, and it's like we built a brotherhood behind that shit, bro. My homies Reek, Lil Baby Wick, they was already dealing with them niggas, so it was just like it's love there. I started fucking with 5 and that shit, we just took that shit all the way.
So how'd you meet Reek and F5? How'd y'all first come together?
No, Reek, me, Reek, and Baby Wick, we been homies like from North. Like we childhood friends.
Got you.
5 is one of the friends that I inherited that I really like had love for.
Around the summer of 2021 is when F5 will release the music video Serena and Full Court Press, and also Wicked, which have close to 1 million views collectively.
Let's talk Rex. How you a camper? You ain't never did that. Let's talk Rex. I got pussy pockets, RTAs, they looking fat. No, I'm not Serena, but I do play with the Rex. Fuck all of that dissing. Head down, man down, little bro, complete the mission. DOA dead on arrival, we can't have a fighter. How you a camper? You ain't hit shit with a lighter. I'm like, more or less up to score. Got my shooter with me, Ryan Shoddy. Like Megan Thee Stallion said, we got somebody, yaddy yaddy. They say he the top guy. One can't get up close and hit that nigga in his thigh. They said we ain't got no bodies, bitch, we laughing. Ha ha. Bitch asking about body.
This fucker dope slide. Damn.
Fighter, not Serena. Let's high you.
For Press, and also Wicked, which have close to 1 million views collectively.
Let's talk Rex. How you a camper? You ain't never did that. let's talk racks. I got pussy pockets, RTAs, they looking fat. No, I'm not Serena, but I do play with the racks. Fuck all of that dissing. Head down, man down, little bro, complete the mission. DOA dead on a rival, we can't have a fighter. Hi, you a camper, you ain't hit shit with a lighter. I'm like, more us up the score. Got my shooter with me, Ryan Shoddy. Like Megan Thee Stallion said, we got somebody, yada yada. They say he the top guy. 1K get up close and hit that nigga in his mata. They said we ain't got no bodies, bitch, we laughing. Ha ha. Bitch, X about body.
He was digging up graves. Huh?
I just told this little bitch that she trippin'. I got Curry on me, +3, that's Scotty. No fatality, that nigga dead. He got hit up bad, little bro hit him in his head. We can say we tackle gang, cause Shell's been touching heads. Please don't get him mad, little old pound baby, just like Donovan McNabb. They gon' shit on vertical, just like Mitchell from the Jazz. He was talking all that gang shit, he in the past. Full core press, shit ain't had your Blake. Full core press, just for thinking what you did.
Through these songs, the group would make their intentions clear. They were here to diss the ops and run their movie. Consequences be damned. At this time, YBC/YFA had little beefs in the neighborhood. F5 and Lil Bucks from 024/CCK were sniping at each other in songs over the girl Smalls or Jamie Barnes. Or sometimes I hear people pronounce it Jamie.
Bitch X about bodies, told this little bitch that she trippin'. Fuck that rap cap, nigga, when you ever slide. Got the Lolo from this little eye bitch that be up on they side. The bad for the drop, ain't shit to buy it, bitch bad. I don't even want the bitch no more, you can have a. That nigga broke his shit, he can't even get an nails done. She kept crying by that bitch, I gave her back when I was done.
It's not too freaky, but what's the freakiest shit you ever did?
Nigga, I don't got McDonald's, but listen, the freakiest thing I ever did, I got my pussy on my period.
What's that nigga name? What's that nigga name? What's that nigga name?
She was recently sentenced to 25 years on an unrelated murder that happened outside the city. F5 and Curry, along with Kier, Zombie, Reek 1200, and 1K would turn up on the streets and they would start taking lives to gain clout and notoriety. YBC Dul didn't start rapping until shortly after F5 showed him you can get some money and clout off of drill rap. It was actually in the studio with F5 where Dul decided to rap for the first time.
In 2019, I wasn't even a rapper yet. Like, only niggas that was rapping in YBC around that time was like J100. But Jay wasn't even like, even Jay, like, he wouldn't name drop. Like, Jay was a subliminal rapper. Like, he would say searching, but like, that shit was subliminal. Like, he wouldn't say I'm smoking or like, so shit like that. Like,
you just had to take it to the next level.
Scene, like, that's when name dropping came in play. Like, like, F5 probably was the first nigga. F5 was the first nigga that for real that he started like the drill scene in Philly. Like, then after that, all the young babe chasers just was like, we hopped on that wave, and then the drill scene took off. Like, and everybody like started name dropping. But like, F5 had got locked up and shit. So like, we probably made like, before F5 got locked up, me and him probably had like 2 songs together and shit. 3 songs probably. We dropped 2 vids. And he had got locked up the same night we had shot a video and shit. Like, I had kept the ball running. And then, for bro, I'm the face of drill, bro. We started that.
That digging that grave shit.
Smoking fro out the pound, he got me tripping. Smoking Rizzy out the pound, he got me tripping. There's so many strains in the air, this shit different.
In October of 2021, F5 would drop the video for the song Top Seed. This being YBC Dul's first music video where he rapped. I think it's a perfect microcosm of what this documentary is trying to convey.
They got the numbers. I heard the last track that you made, this shit won't get you far. We them youngers that hop out banger, we don't shoot from far. We gon' get up close and hit on fast and tap his wig with girls. Broski dangerous, sometimes leave the house and you say fuck a mess. And you say fuck a mess. Bring around the rosy, made the mad pot. Baby snipe too dangerous, the Lord one put a chest shot.
Pouring all that walkie in his cup and I ain't snoring. Exotic coming shit over from Cali, shit is pure. Bro, you just gon' blick on all this shit if I don't feel like what the fuck you looking at, man, I don't like all the attention. When we come through, we sending shit that you ain't dipping. Gotta suit up on the missions, I ain't do that in a minute.
I just Drop 10 on his head, gon' get him. Had them killers looking like the Rams when they blitsin'. Lil Reek get excited, catch a rush when he blicking. There's so many strains in the air, this shit different. I heard they caught them niggas at the light and started blicking.
You gotta light K3 up, you can't forget them. We the ones chasing shit, they ain't giving niggas devil. I think this nigga see my face, so I'ma shoot it out the rim. Just let me out right here, and bro, I promise I'ma get him. Goddamn.
Every single person in this video is dead or in jail, and that in a nutshell is the moral of the story. Kier, Da Fetty, Baby Wick, F5, Curry on the cell phone, J100, Reek 1200, and of course YBC Dul. F5, when he first appeared, like many in Philly and around the country at the time, always wore a COVID mask or ski mask with sunglasses. This added a layer of mystery as many people never saw F5's face until earlier this year when his mugshot started going around. But like I said earlier, F5 has been around, as you can see him in music videos from 2017 and 2018 with J100. YFA would serve as the crash outs of YBC, as every last member is serving a lengthy sentence or was unfortunately killed in this bloody gang war, except for FS the Bender. 2021 would serve as the year where a lot of the carnage took place. In 2021, Philadelphia's most violent and deadly year on record, 562 murders were committed, and 501 were by firearms. YFA's actions would claim some of those deaths, mostly in the year 2021. YBC says they really had plans to get rich.
I'm gonna be a nut ass if I don't make it out the hood. Like, if I don't get successful, bro, and get rich, bro, I'm gonna feel like I'm a nut ass, and I'm gonna feel like I failed all my homies. Like, the goal to get rich, feel me? But some shit came in the midst of getting rich.
I'm trying to change the road. I'm trying to get all of my niggas and my family out. I'm trying to get all of my niggas and my family out.
Atlas. You dream about moments like this. My goodness. The fastest female track and field stars.
The only and obvious problem was that their plan was to get rich rapping about their real life street war, dissing any and everybody they considered ops. I've even heard Dul diss an op's 6-year-old sister after she got shot.
We hit the mom, dad, and son, a generation full of wreck. The 9-2 niggas spin back, his sister got hit on the step. Nigga, it's Mr. Disrespectful. Like, I really don't give a fuck who he with.
Dul would often even diss KJ's mom.
She was bitching when she got the bad news. I ain't capping in my racks, the ops really died too. K3 mom and shot her son died, she can't face it.
One of the most disrespectful John though, when I said I was gonna slap K3 mom though.
You were gonna smack his mom?
Yeah, cause she be dissing my homies. I don't know what she be on. She like an old miserable mother.
It's Mr. Disrespectful. I fuck around and slap KJ mom.
He would diss obviously innocent people like Rodney Hargrove.
We thought we had to drop on sis, and then we smoking Rodney. He got hit outside the jail, that was a crazy body. Like, how the fuck he still alive, them shots in his body. No shit was coming up the F, that's why we cook Rodney. We got a drop on Sydney, but got a different nigga. I'm smoking Rodney right now, I'm getting disrespectful.
His catchphrase is, I don't give a fuck who you is, I will disrespect you. When you do the math, if you have Clout chasing off drill rap on one end, dead homies and indictments on the flip side of the Clout, this is not a gamble 99.9% of us are willing to take. But Dul somehow was able to make that calculation and decide to go for it. On May 25th, 2021, YBC affiliates and YFA members, including Reek 1200, Baby 1K, and Baby Wick, were out looking for trouble. They were trying to crash out and they were looking for anyone to hit. Around the area of 39th and Poplar in West Philly, they found Nasir Marks, who was going to see his girl on the other side of Girard Ave. That's when he ran into gunmen who shot and killed him. Nasir lived in West Philly with his parents and was preparing for graduation from high school the next month. A half hour later, on the other side of the city, 15-year-old Kanye Pittman was also shot and killed. These incidents really showed the callousness and recklessness this group was moving with. Some of the people that were casualties of this war had nothing to do with it. They were just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
2 teens were shot in separate shootings in less than an hour tonight.
We spin back to back, bodies in one day, they know what's up.
Philadelphia police say 15-year-old Kanye Pittman died at the hospital after being shot multiple times in North Philadelphia.
In the first, an 18-year-old was shot several times along the 3900 block of Poplar Street. And then just a few minutes later, a 15-year-old boy was gunned down on the 2500 block of North Sydenham. There have been no arrests in either shooting.
Their news at this hour, a 15-year-old boy.
There have been no arrests in either shooting.
Their news at this hour, a 15-year-old boy is the latest victim of gun violence in the city of Philadelphia. The teenager was shot 5 times and killed along the 2500 block of North Sydenham Street in North Philadelphia tonight. Not long before that, an 18-year-old was shot and killed in the Mantua section of Philadelphia. Police were called to the 3900 block of Poplar Street at 7:30. The victim suffered multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to Penn Presbyterian Hospital, where he died. There have been no arrests in this shooting either.
What's going to be coming up on your screen is the video of the second incident that occurred just 30 minutes later in North Philadelphia, a number of miles away. And in this video, there's our suspect vehicle. The suspects are going to be jumping out of the car, and you're going to see momentarily they're going to start firing shots at our victim. This is in the 25. Obviously, there's audio connected with this video. That's pretty dramatic.
In December of 2021, Arshad Curry, 19, was charged with 2 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder in connection with the July 21st, 2021 shooting, in which police said he fired at a car, killing.
Hold on, let me throw some cold water on the face. Whew. Alright, bet. I do need to start streaming on Twitch. I just want to get a feel for it with YouTube, right? Cause I was like, man, I ain't never streamed before. But it's like, yeah, I was feeling that too. I need to get on Twitch. So, yeah, I'm about to move it to Twitch. And shit like that. So, a lot of y'all fucking with it over here. So, if you got Twitch, I think my shit just I-95 June on Twitch. But yeah, I got a Twitch set up. I'm gonna go ahead and move over to Twitch too. So y'all ready? Woo! Oh yeah, yes sir. Woo! Hold on. What's up? Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get on that Twitch. See, when I get more comfortable with that Twitch, I'll probably try to, you know what I'm saying, I get a little more comfortable with it. You say P5, I'll probably get back into playing, you know what I'm saying, getting on 2K. Cause that's all I really played in my career. But like, do a little game and get on 2K. By the time GTA 6 come out, you know what I'm saying, we do a little song. You know what I'm saying? Mix the music in with it. You know what I'm saying? We'll have some fun with it. But with all that being said, y'all ready? Oh yeah, I'm up now. Let's get it.
19 was charged with 2 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder in connection with the July 21st, 2021 shooting in which police said he fired at a car, killing Tommy Frazier, 18, and Kaylin Johnson, 16, and injuring another 16-year-old, Damon McNeil. Tommy Frazier was enrolled at Simon Gratz High School, and Kaylin Johnson was heading into his junior year at Boys Latin Charter School, the same school YBC Dul went to. On the day of the murder, F5 and Curry left F5's house and went to Boys Latin High and watched KJ, Snipe, and the others get into KJ's car and drive to the corner of 56 and Vine. Curry jumped out and chased Snipe down. KJ was killed in the car, and a third teen was hit. None of the 3 casualties were the actual intended target. There was a 4th teen in the car who actually had smoked with YBC. Surveillance footage tracked the car they were in back to F5's mother's house. The next day, F5 and his mom moved out.
Big band with his age, try get his shit together, try rumble with a taste, we gon' sell my Pilates high, boy, how about stretching? It's too many bodies, they keep putting us on Reddit.
Emotional night as a community remembers a teenager whose life was taken entirely too early. Tonight, friends and family honored the life of the boy they knew as KJ. Here's Shawnette Wilson.
Introducing Wawa's new spicy jalapeno ranch. Creamy, craveable, and kicking up the flavor to your favorite.
Balloons released in memory and honor of 16-year-old Kaylin Johnson outside KJ's school, Boys Latin Charter. Many here with heavy hearts.
I really don't know what to do next. From the day I gave birth to KJ, it's been all about KJ.
His mom's unfathomable grief.
What am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do when they close the casket?
KJ played basketball and football for the school.
On the days that he would come to practice, it was fun because I always laugh with him. Like, there's always a bright color on, either a bright yellow or a bright orange. Everybody can see KJ from a mile away.
In West Philadelphia, the community came together to remember a young life lost to gunfire. Grieving family and friends of 18-year-old Tommy Frazier gathered at a vigil at the Christie Rec Center. Frazier and a friend were killed Wednesday.
And I'm smoking on the ox. Y'all knew y'all was getting followed. Why the fuck y'all niggas stop? They scored on K3, they hit him for the shot clock. They dude that died drinking lean, you wouldn't even sip and watch.
Niggas keep talking about that little ass 10K. We the ones that smoking, what's his name, that hit 3K. How the fuck I spend 3K on one lay? They could get their favorite athlete back. I was smoking snipe, dot rolling buddy out the sack. Smoking little snake, he got me higher than a motherfucking kite. I thought you niggas knew better than I get caught up at the light.
Let's hop up by that Johnny catch a body. You try snipe, but you could go up there, me time me. How about that like that Millie jump all on his body. And that stolen V looking for eyes where you could find me. Snake I hit up with that 10, he ain't get back up.
Curry was in custody since September of 2021 when he was arrested at the scene.
That's too disrespectful, bro. That shit didn't even make no damn sense. It was like he was fired, don't get me wrong, but he was chasing that shit, bro.
Of Sidney Sesam's murder. He was charged for the KJ and Snipe murders in December while already in custody. I mentioned earlier, Sid's little sister was shot and mentioned by Dul in the song.
She a soldier, you know, she held her own.
Less than 24 hours after being shot in the leg, a very brave 6-year-old girl limped to her home on Wyalusing Street Tuesday afternoon. Her parents, asking not to be identified, tell Fox 29, thankfully she's going to be okay.
As long as she's okay, I'm okay. So that's all that matters to me. She a soldier, you know, she held her own.
Less than 24 hours after being shot in the leg, a very brave 6-year-old girl limped to her home on Wyalusing Street Tuesday afternoon. Her parents asking not to be identified.
Me seeing that shit, bro, I'd be so fucking pissed, bro. Seeing that little girl nut because of all this shit.
Tell Fox 29, thankfully she's going to be okay.
As long as she's okay, I'm okay. So that's all that matters to me.
Police say the first grader was an innocent bystander simply riding her bike outside her home Monday just after 3 when gunshots rang out. She was shot once and raced to the hospital.
In and out situation, no major arteries, no major veins. You know, thank God for that. She good.
The neighborhood here was still buzzing Tuesday over the shooting. Moms like Shavor Parker were keeping their kids close.
Wanted to open up a water ice stand, I can't even do that because I'm afraid for my kids to even be outside on their porch.
We can attribute it to the ongoing violence that's been plaguing the city and the ongoing gun violence between these groups.
Police say more than 70 young people, 17 years old and under, have been shot this year. Neighbors say the gun violence victimizing kids baffles them. The girl's dad says it's time to move.
You know, I'm just thanking God she's still here with us.
It's a shame our children know about gunshots and everything.
The 9-2 nigga spin back, his sister got hit on the step. Nigga, it's Mr. Disrespect.
No. I ain't even going cap, bro. Nah. Nah, fuck no. Nah, bro. Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He was doing too much. Cause it's like, bro, it's like severe. It's like, you know what I'm saying, innocent people, and it's like kids, even little children, like, bro, like, nah, that's not cool. Not nan big. Not even, no. Cause the thing, okay, well, motherfuckers like, okay, let's say you say like Jeff or Ron. For the most part, well, I think Jeff wills them 2 kids, but I don't know what they dealings was. But I mean, for the most part, they knocking off other people in the street. These motherfuckers is knocking off like civilians and children, like type, like, bro, and doing disses about it. That's not. Hell nah. Well, who other motherfuckers? Well, it was some other motherfuckers here like mamas and shit and dads, but I don't know, man. I don't know. To see that little girl that shit wasn't cool.
Here with us.
It's a shame our children know about gunshots and everything.
The 9-2 nigga spin back, his sister got hit on the step. Nigga, it's Mr. Disrespectful.
Bro, as YBC disrespectfully calls him, was a well-respected member from his block. This man put the fear of God in certain YBC members. That's why they wanted him dead so bad. And one of the reasons they diss him and his block, 39th Street, so much.
We took Sydney out the game, they thought he was a demon.
Disrespectful Mayrod and a fro and a Reefy and a snipe. We the ones that made 39th Street popular. Sydney left the door wide open, so that's why niggas walked in.
No more, we say fraud.
They told me don't, this the date. I'm like, I can't stop. Fro buddy, snipe all in the air, that's 3 different blocks. Sig got shot with the pop. G-Blue got chased with the yacht. And it's all button on these glizzies, you two know me not pop. Going exit, how that button work? You can't, just exit that. We got a drop on Sydney, but got a different nigga. I'm smoking Roddy right now, I'm getting disrespectful. This 1 pound come with different type of frozen. Fro was sitting on his couch, he ain't get no chance to run. Sydney got shot with his daddy, traumatized, he missed his son.
Fro got hit with his dad, y'all ain't do nothing about that.
Just sold a pound of the fro off 1 play. They spinning back to back on a month on a Sunday. They spinning back to back on a 9, that's the gun range. Fro beating on my lungs, he hit hard, he trying to fight. I'm smoking buddy out the motherfucking pound, he hit right. Bro, felt that hot shit, he start breakdancing. They wanna know the best strain, bro, the best pay. Bliss, them niggas came from 2 different ways. But what's September 16th? Oh, that's Fro Day. He tried to get up off the couch and switch, grabbed his face.
Go, we don't even see go no more, nigga. We spin fraud. We spinning back to back, then back to back, then back to back. Shit, blow. Spin once, then spin again, then spin again.
Benji is also from 39th Street. He's a name you've heard Dul mention a lot and was once very close with YBC.
Sticking with the same niggas, no recruiting. Shots a fucking stomach up, he ain't pulling.
Right. Damn, in every song. Right. Like, bro, these motherfuckers is not right, bro. It is not right in the head. Not right.
Same niggas, no recruiting. Shots a fucking stomach up. He ain't Putin. Something fishy, bro, go get the goodsy, Shout out Benji, phone on my can.
How you switch teams in the middle of the game? He ain't got nobody, got no wreck, but that's a shame. We gon' make his ass famous, we how about give him a name? Bitch, I made at your face, so I'm taking off your brain.
Straight through the glass and hit Benji head. He ain't even see the green like they.
Bro!
That bullet grazed Benji head, like how the fuck that nigga duck it? Sig got hit all in his fro, I know them niggas wish they duck. Omi always told me watch the nigga that you be with. Benji caught all them different shots, gave him a margarita. Bullets ripped through the glass, started hitting.
Bro. 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 He said he gave that nigga margarita. Bro. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
I know them niggas wish they duck. Omi always told me watch the nigga that you be with. Benji caught all them different shots, gave him a margarita. Bullets ripped through the glass, started hit his face, but Benji only got graze. Little boys keep getting belt the ass, somebody go give him help. Just from the drink through the 9, you see the holes in Benji picture. 39th Street ain't been the same since we cooked Sydney. It's gonna hurt they block real bad when we cook Benji. And I told the bitch don't stop, just keep topping me. They hit his head, he's still alive, he had God with him.
Sid was hunted for YBC for years. In May of 2021, they chased him, shooting at him, and as a result of their reckless actions, they shot his 6-year-old sister instead. They also narrowly missed his parents who were sitting in a parked car. No arrests were ever made in this incident. In my YBC Curry video, I break down all the events leading up to Sid's eventual death in September of 2021. When I say YBC hunted Sid, it isn't an exaggeration. Curry was said in police reports to have shot pictures of the family, specifically Sid's mom, to corner stores and other establishments, asking if anyone has seen the Sessoms family. It got so bad that an innocent man, Rodney Hargrove, who had just bailed out of jail on State Road, was killed in a case of mistaken identity. Whoever was at the jail that night mistook Rodney Hargrove for Sidney Sessoms. Amin Hurst is currently being held and charged with this murder, but his involvement is still cloudy at the moment. The police believe they have enough evidence to bring this case to trial. On Thursday, March 18th, 2021, at 1:59 a.m., 8th and 15th District officers responded to a radio call report of gunshots at 8101 State Road at the main gate of the Curran Frommholt Correctional Facility, or CFCF. Upon arriving, the officers observed an unresponsive male, Rodney Hargrove, lying on the ground, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds to the body. Medics arrived at the scene and pronounced Rodney at 2:07 a.m. Two days later, Amin Hurst from the gang 616, or the Fixers, was arrested in the Northeast on a warrant police were serving on another murder that they alleged that he committed on Christmas Eve the prior year. The Fixers and YBC are locked in, and rumors that it was a joint hit are only supported by Dul's own lyrics. According to the affidavit of probable cause in Amin Hurst's arrest, it states, a detective who was familiar with Amin Hurst obtained tablet calls placed by Hurst while he was remanded to the Riverside Correctional Facility and recorded Instagram messages between Hurst and another account labeled The Boy Shooter. On March 18th, 2021, at 1:04 p.m., The Boy Shooter's account asked Hurst, "What you doing?" Hurst responded 30 seconds later, "None, in the crib, just got up, bro. Why I cooked the wrong nigga, bro. Trying to get the nigga Sid, bro, from the bridge." This message would occur approximately 11 hours after the murder at CFCF. Detectives then checked the friends and family tablet calls made by Hurst while he was in custody. Detectives discovered a tablet call placed by Hurst to a female on March 25th, 2021 at around 12 p.m. During this call, Hurst and the female discussed a neighborhood reference to as Over the Bridge. Hurst referenced to Over the Bridge as the ops and is upset at the female for associating with members of that neighborhood. Hearst identified individuals from over the bridge as Benji, Sid, and Heen. While speaking to these individuals and the dispute, the female states, "I ain't thinking about Sid. Sid, he a bitch." Hearst responded immediately, "I almost thought I had him. Hold on, wait, I ain't. I thought I had him. I thought I had Sid. I thought I had me a good ass John." Hearst would then go on to state, "You heard about that State Road shit? I know you heard about somebody getting killed on State Road." The female responded, Yeah, I heard about that." Hearst then responded, "I thought that was Sid. We got the wrong nigga though." The term over the bridge identified the area that surrounds the SEPTA regional rail lines that dissects the 16th district near 40th Street and Wyalusing Ave, with YBC on one side and 39th and Poplar, where Sid was from, on the other. The bridge Amin is referring to is the Blue Bridge near 42nd and Mantua. Furthermore, detectives learned of an inmate currently housed in the Philadelphia prison system who is from the neighborhood referred to as Over the Bridge within the 16th district, who bears a striking resemblance to Rodney Hargrove and goes by the nickname Sid.
Noon after being behind bars, a man is released and then shot to death on the prison grounds.
Which is Prison Commissioner Blanche Carney telling us that 20-year-old inmate, just 47 minutes after being released from prison, shot and killed on the prison grounds. He has been identified as 20-year-old Rodney Hargrove. The prison says the car was able to advance past that security gate where they shot Hargrove at least 10 times.
We thought we had to drop on Sid, so then we smoking riding. He got hit outside the jail, that was a crazy body. Next week sick. We got a drop on Sydney, but got a different nigga. I'm smoking riding right now, I'm getting disrespectful.
The area in West Philly that YBC.
He doing. I like how he did the documentary, because now he's playing back the lyrics on how I was saying like it would hit harder if I knew what I was, you know what I'm saying, listening to on the reactions earlier. Bro, that's fucking crazy, bro. He was dissing the hell out them boys. It ain't make no damn sense. He was just dissing for fun. Diss 32 people. How you diss 32 people, bro? That don't even make sense. 32? Did he even?
Right now, I'm getting disrespectful.
The area in West Philly that YBC is from is a neighborhood that was torn apart by this beef. A lot of the guys involved in this were once all friends. Sid was a kid from a relatively good home. Both parents were present and his brother Sam played college ball at a high level. Sydney wasn't lacking direction or parental care. But one incident would change his entire life trajectory. An incident at a park at 38th and Poplar Street ended with Sid being shot by a YBC member. This was back when things were a little more peaceful between 39th Street and YBC. But Sid being shot changed everything. Not only did it change the relationship between 39th Street and YBC, but it also changed the relatively violence-free life of Sid. Sidney Sessoms wasn't an angel by any stretch of the imagination, but getting shot really turned him out. He would terrorize YBC for years after almost losing his life, eventually claiming parts of the killing of a guy named BL who was from 43rd Street, YBC's hood. I mentioned BL earlier. He wasn't really YBC, but he was a heavy trapper from 43rd Street. A guy named Paulie and Sid caught up to BL and shot him. Sid also went back and forth with Hazy or Waters. This is the same Waters that Dul famously talked about in his final interview released before his death.
My man Waters clapped him. Only reason why he parked out here because Waters not out here right now, bro. Wallahi, bro.
After the death of Rodney Hargrove, due to mistaking him for Sid, YBC, and specifically Curry, and another shooter would find where Sid had moved to. On the night of September 16, 2021, Curry and another individual eventually found Sid's family home. Curry crept up on a porch and fired multiple shots through the front door and into the living room. Sid was killed and his father was critically wounded. When nearby police responded to the scene, Curry shot at them too, but missed. He was arrested at the scene of the crime. 2021 ended with Curry being charged in the deaths of K3, Snipe, and Sid.
Wait, what is that? Jai-alai? Is that English?
Hey, what can I get you?
Hey, how's it going? Can I get a...
Can I get a highlight?
Make it 2.
Reek was on a run for the murders of Kanye Pittman and Nasir Marks. 1K and Baby Wick were already in custody. YBC Dul was starting to see his music continue to go up, and the more and more he talked about the war, the more his music continued to provide, or at least offer him an opportunity to change his situation financially. 2021 would see him lose numerous friends to jail, however, but the consequences of this war were about to catch up to Dul. I hear the phrase, he knew what he signed up for, or this is what comes with that, as a coping mechanism to losing friends. This is obviously not a healthy way to grieve. The most glaring and obvious flaw with this way of thinking is not everybody signed up for this. On a self-preservation instinct alone, humans want to live. Beyond that, the people who have died all have family and friends they love and that love them. And of course, not everyone was even involved to the same level. YBC Dul rapped a lot about YFA's work. The Fro, the Rizzy, the Snipe, all were killed by YFA. Curry, the person who started YFA, was behind bars for those incidents, as I mentioned earlier.
Girl, CCK and his name, FG.
CCK is a click-up of blocks from around Philly. You've got Lil Bucks and O to the 4, or the Campers. That's what the first C stands for.
What I miss? I ain't gonna lie, I blank it out. I miss some.
21 would see him lose numerous. Sid was killed, claiming parts of the killing at a high level. Sydney wasn't lacking direction or parental care. But one incident,
we went way back.
Wallahi, bro. After the death of Rodney Hargrove, due to mistaking him for Sid, YBC, and specifically Curry, and another shooter would find where Sid had moved to. On the night of September 16, 2021, Curry and another individual eventually found Sid's family home. Curry crept up on the porch and fired multiple shots through the front door and into the living room. Sid was killed and his father was critically wounded. When nearby police responded to the scene, Curry shot at them too.
But he just shot through the door?
Eventually found Sid's family home. Curry crept up on the porch and fired multiple shots through the front door and into the living room. Sid was killed and his father was critically wounded. When nearby police responded to the scene, Curry shot at them too, but missed. He was arrested at the scene of the crime.
Damn.
2021 ended with Curry being charged in the deaths of K3, Snipe, and Sid.
He crashed out like that?
Curry shot at them too, but missed. He was arrested at the scene of the crime. 2021 ended with Curry being charged in the deaths of K3, Snipe.
I'm surprised they didn't beat the shit out of his ass. Or shoot his ass. Say we're dedicated. His ass snap, bro. What the fuck?
Deaths of K3, Snipe, and Sid. Reek was on a run for the murders of Kanye Pittman and Nasir Marks. 1K and Baby Wick were already in custody. YBC Dul was starting to see his music continue to go up, and the more and more he talked about the war, the more his music continued to provide, or at least offer him an opportunity to change his situation financially. 2021 would see him lose numerous friends to jail, however, but the consequences of this war were about to catch up to Dul. I hear the phrase, he knew what he signed up for, or this is what comes with that, as a coping mechanism to losing friends. This is obviously not a healthy way to grieve. The most glaring and obvious flaw with this way of thinking is not everybody signed up for this. On a self-preservation instinct alone, humans want to live. Beyond that, the people who have died all have family and friends they love and that love them. And of course, not everyone was even involved to the same level. YBC Dul rapped a lot about YFA's work. The Fro, the Rizzy, the Snipe, all were killed by YFA. Curry, the person who started YFA, was behind bars for those incidents, as I mentioned earlier.
Girl, CCK and his name, FG.
CCK is a click-up of blocks from around Philly. You've got Lil Bucks and O2the4, or the Campers. That's what the first C stands for. The second C in CCK stands for the Clappers. The Clappers are Young Liv and his guys from 56th Street. Coincidentally, there's another group that calls themselves the Clappers, but they spell it with a K, and that's how they got CCK. The Clappers with a K are mostly from 7th Street and South Philly. 7th Street was friends with people from 27th Street like Deke Loco in their war with 5th Street or the Cenders, and other beefs around South Philly like with Tasker. So by default, some of the 27th Street members were linked with CCK, although most from 27th do not claim CCK, making this a messy mix of members and associates and a tenuous set of loyalties. But CCK is a definite threat to YBC. Dul knew this, and Lil Bucks was just as good as trolling, maybe even better, and he was down with the bullshit. He also had the fan base to match Dul's. Bucks and Livy also had name recognition, unlike 39th Street and some of the previous ops. So the rapping back and forth would be a little bit more even this time.
Airwick's vibrant fragrances are infused with 2 times more essential oils. The advanced plug-in with a boost button and anti-fade technology can keep your home always inviting for up to 70 days. Airwick, always fragrant.
Damn, I ain't gonna cap. I do need to get that ad block bad, bro. Bullshit.
Bucks and Livy also had name recognition, unlike 39th Street and some of the previous ops. So the rapping back and forth would be a little bit more even this time.
You keep hiding in them tents, you little camper. Here, baby, give his little ass a wedgie. He need a pamper. Oh shit, ran into a clap, let's turn into a dancer. Y'all niggas keep clicking up. Y'all niggas, that's why y'all niggas keep I'm in a stew right now with a drink and all switches. He ain't out west no more, we going to Diamond Street to get him. We clicked no to the floor, they made CCK. Niggas clicking up the clean bodies, they ain't got no rank. Could be different niggas from their side, I know they feel this shit. 3 different clappers in my L, they whole gang some Vicks. Niggas clean their canvas, they keep.
Oh my god, yeah. He said 3 different clappers in my L. Yeah, but it's all making sense now. That motherfucker was a problem. He was a problem.
Niggas clicking up the clean bodies, they ain't got no rank. Could be different niggas from their side, I know they feel this shit. 3 different clappers in my L, they whole gang some Vicks. Niggas clean their canvas, they keep dying with no tent. This ain't no bull.
They lost 3 homes back to back. CC is getting punished. Westside Kevy hit the best. Just call on nothing. Niggas know them tables turn. These niggas dying left and right.
Nigga keep talking about they putting belt the ass. Whole time you got all these fucking dead niggas. CCK can't pop that shit cause they keep losing all these niggas. And we put belt the ass to every block that we claiming at the end. You talking about ARP BZ, never swung y'all niggas down nerve dicky and talking about with my drop. Ooh, wait, Reefy Heat was on the semen. 5 niggas died from CCK, I know they can't believe it.
Young boys from YBC always had tension with O2the4 and Little Bucks, since some of them went to the same high school together back in the day. I remember hearing about a fight at the Eagles Super Bowl parade all the way back in 2018. So this goes as far back as that incident at least. It was the fight.
Hold on. Is this the Lil Bucks that rap? That I keep hearing them say? Cause if that's so, then I see God, I remember the first time I listened to, like, I think it was Skrilla. It was a song with him and Lil Bucks. And now I think about it, he be doing songs and shit with Dub. Dub had beef with Kwani. Okay. Okay. I know, I remember reacting to him. That was my first time reacting to him. That was my first time. Yeah. That was my first time reacting to Lil Bucks, period. Was it? Yeah, and I think Skrilla. That was my first time reacting to Skrilla. Was it Skrilla in that song too? I know it was Lil Bucks for sure. So it's like, yeah, okay, boom. So what was that about? Skrilla just like, See, I ain't that high now. I'm high, but you know what I'm saying? My memory coming back. You know what I'm saying? When they got my mind right. Shit starting to come full circle. I ain't gonna lie, motherfucker that did this documentary, he did a good job. He ain't doing too much filler, too much bullshit. And he happened to bring the songs back for reference. Hell yeah, he making this shit make sense.
He's had tension with O to the 4 and Little Bucks since some of them went to the same high school together back in the day. I remember hearing about a fight at the Eagles Super Bowl parade all the way back in 2018. So this goes as far back as that incident at least. There was the fight between O to the 4 and YBC at the Wells Fargo Center. As far as exactly when the beef between O to the 4 and YBC started, I can't give an exact date or incident. All the incidents and shootings from 2021 I mentioned earlier were due to unchecked emotions and the inability to solve problems in a non-confrontational and constructive way. YBC would go on to diss O to the 4 and Lil Buck's friends like Lil Mir and Lil 60. They would also diss Buka, Thule, and Bro, who all died from beefs that had nothing to do with YBC. By the beginning of 2022, Curry and F5, who carried for YBC/YFA, were locked up like I said earlier. Reek 1200, Baby Wick, and 1K were soon to follow. They were all charged with either murder or conspiracy. Hazy Waters would eventually catch a federal gun case and is currently serving time on that charge. Moski, or Young Snipe, another member of YBC, is also locked up at the moment. As more people started getting arrested for murders and gun charges, Dul was finding his squad slimming down. The July 2021 death of K3 and Snipe we spoke of earlier would serve as the catalyst for the start of the beef between YBC and CCK that would shake up Dul's world for real. F5 and Lil Bucks were the ones who really started beefing for real from YBC and O to the 4. Before the whole thing with Snipe and K3 happened, they started beefing over a girl named Smalls, as I said earlier. F5 was tired of the words back and forth and decided as part of his crash mission, he was going to kill anyone from O to the 4. The day he followed K3's car, F5 was after 2 O to the 4 members who were also in the car that day on their way to play basketball. After the smoke cleared, Snipe was killed and things got ugly. Snipe was cool with people like Young Liv and even people from YBC like T.O. Snipe's death would be called a quote accident by YBC, and calls were made to try and defuse the situation with 56th Street, where Snipe is from, but no peace offering was accepted.
Smoking little snake, he got me higher than a motherfucking kite. I thought you niggas knew better than I get caught up at the light. Fro beating on my lungs, he hit hard, he trying to fight.
YBC had a strong showing musically, output-wise, in
Why? Like, he just did that shit for fun, bro. Chasing it. Boy, he couldn't wait to meet the Reaper.
He got me higher than a motherfucking kite. I thought you niggas knew better than I get caught up at the light. Fro beating on my lungs, he hit hard, he trying to fight.
YBC had a strong showing musically, output-wise, in 2021, and 2022 would be no different. In January, F5 and Dul released Still Alive and Oh No. F5 was arrested and charged shortly after the release of Oh No, I think maybe the same night. YBC was starting to realize that dissing the dead and naming names was how they were going to get noticed. Combine that with everything that was going on in the streets, and YBC found their pocket, and they were going to ride this wave no matter the consequences. Maybe they see this as the only real legitimate opportunity they have in life is the music. All they've known the last couple is these street wars and murders, so why not rap about it and make money was the thinking behind it. While I look at the big picture and see how destructive this is, when you're caught up in it, you don't realize how crazy this looks to the rest of society. YBC kept dropping music in February of 2022 with Best Pack, and Ybcdul dropped Spin Again with Ybcdul. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. It helps the channel more than you know. The gravy train for YBC was about to fall apart as the inevitable consequences for everything we've talked about to this point. All the killing, the trolling, and the dissing was about to come to fruition. On May 12, 2022, a man was found in a 2020 blue Hyundai. he was shot at over 30 times as his car was found riddled with bullets. When police arrived to the 1200 block of South 57th Street, they found Baby Kai, or BK, and pronounced him dead at the scene. BK was one of the originals of YBC, always around. In fact, Baby Kai, or BK, was in YBC videos as far back as 2017, as I said earlier. He rapped sometimes, but mostly was a trapper and was worried about getting money. BK would trap out of his car and do drop-offs, which is how he was followed by CCK members. When BK parked his car on that fateful night in 2022, two gunmen approached his car and fired at least 30 shots, several striking and killing BK. Baby Kai was a beloved member of YBC, and the loss of BK will mark the beginning of a disastrous 2022 for YBC. This picture here was posted by Meek Mill in 2018 or 2019. As you can see, BK is standing right next to Lil Bucks and One Mirror, with YBC Dul and BK's best friend T.O. in the back. Die Fetty's back there. You can also see Hood Famous J off to the side. It's 0 to the 4 members, YBC, the Pit, D4M, and others. This picture was an attempt at peace for all sides involved. This truce lasted about 2 weeks before the bullshit started back up.
2 weeks?
If only they would have stuck to the truce, so many people in this picture would still be here. Let's be real though, not even the people in this picture ever believed that this would last. After BK died, of course, CCK, who claimed this, would go on to diss him heavily.
That's crazy. Imagine meeting the custo, you meeting the camper. That's crazy. Fuck.
Only if BK had this joint, he would have seen them niggas. He would have seen them niggas running up where he tore his will the fuck up. No bullshit. Both sides, like he'd be able to see both of the shooters, but he did. So you see,
put up cause we got switches, they don't come outside. I'm smoking BK with my bitches, crazy how he died. With 25 shots in the car, yeah, he got overfried. Walk with no strap, now he packed, that's how his homies died. Or about to ask her CCK be booty ting and shit.
That blue Honda could start, they left the driver stretched across the pavement.
He never shot at me, but dropping this, I never heard of him. BK got hit 25 times, he thought shit was sweet. Backseat boys way before the feds, we was doing sweeps. 5 niggas died in 1 month, we on a whole 4 chasers got put in a box for popping it like they something. Get up close and bang that fully like a grown man when you dump it. We in a hot box smoking low fatty and BK, this shit jumping. Your man got shot and you ain't slide. I'm outside with all the guys.
All them fucking dead niggas and you still disrespectful. BK fuck that hot shit flames and don't let them campers catch you. Them in the dark. How the fuck a nigga get parked before you get the park? Got your nigga coming out of work, we push him to his car.
If any block, catch him lagging, throw some shots and then repeat it. Rilla beating on his chest, he's still alive, I can't believe it. I'm rolling off that BZ mixed with BL, got me wheezing. Can't forget the Fetty, shit some drag, shit had me geeking. They curb BK parked up like a faucet, left him leaking. I'm waiting on the low, it's supposed to be here by the weekend. On the
road, hurt, we seen the vid when they ain't getting. We asking rappers out the picture, BK died over it. When that 10 million went to work, he seen that flash, he started twitching. They turned that photo to a coupe, he came outside, them shots hit. I'm so locked in with CCK, we don't click out with other niggas. I'm smoking chases out the pound, I don't even know which one to roll. Them niggas pissed night when it's on, that's why Lil BK had to go.
Him being disrespectful turned this whole team pink. They took 100 from him and I know he want that bean bag. We ain't spinning niggas blocks, we spinning when we get the right drop. He staring at the car, when we jump out, he gon' take flight. Why? I learned from BK, no I'm not parking in no tight spot. My youngin' crazy, tryna hit a crib, he said he might not.
Thanks to this waterfront hotel on Booking.com, even Yankees fans are loving Boston.
Oh, no.
Kier
They
was
were going in on bro, taking their turn with him. That's crazy. Straight going in, dissing him. That shit insane.
Can't believe it. I'm rolling off that BK.
Where it hurt, we seen that flash, he started twitching. They turned that, I'm smoking chases out the pound, I don't even know which one to roll. Them niggas pissed.
Took 100 from him and I know he want that bean bag. We ain't spinning niggas blocks, we spinning when we get the right drop. He staring at the car, when we jump out, he gon' take flight. Why? I learned from BK, no I'm not parking in no tight spot. My youngin' crazy, tryna hit a crib, he said he might not.
Kier was F5's good friend. F5 started to bring Kier around the guys, and Kier was a wreck chaser. F5 loved bringing Kier on drills with him and started to become a duo. Curry, 1K, and Reek were also the main shooters back then. Curry also liked how ready to go Kier was and started to promote him as a shooter within the gang. Kier and a brother of a YBC member got into a heated argument on the afternoon of Friday, June 17th, 2022. The day would start out celebrating the birthday of BK. Baby Kai was killed a month before, and YBC was honoring him that day. But by 1 o'clock that afternoon, the mood had completely changed. Kier was dropped off on Brooklyn Street in West Philly by a 38th Street member. Just so there's no confusion, 38th Street has a lot of people cool with YBC, even though YBC is at war with 39th Street and certain people from 38th Street. I haven't really mentioned 38th Street yet in this video because they're not really a big part of this, but Kier is one of those people that was cool with YBC. So, after Kier was dropped off on Brooklyn Street by a 38th Street member, Kier got into a heated argument with Mir Prob's brother on that street. Mir Prob, obviously a part of YBC/YFA. This fight turned into a tussle and a full-on brawl. Kier was apparently shot during the scuffle. One bullet hit his chest. Mir Prob's brother was not a part of YBC. He had nothing to do with them really, except for being a brother of Mir. On Friday, June 17th, 2022, at 1:12 p.m., Philadelphia police officers responded to the 600 block of Brooklyn Street and located Nakir Sylvester suffering from a gunshot wound. Nakir was transported to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center, where he died that afternoon. Nakir Sylvester was 19 years old. He resided on North 40th Street. This obviously put a strain on the gang, as Kier died essentially from friendly fire. Mir Pod would go on to talk about this situation in the song. Even though Kier wasn't killed by any of the ops, he wasn't spared the dissing and trolling. In the midst of all this chaos, YBC would try to salvage his name by spinning on 39th Street. The infamous video of three masked men walking down the street looking for someone to make a victim, only to themselves be victimized, as 39th Street had the drop that YBC was spinning that night. YBC ended up getting shot at. Eam Stacks was hit and left critically injured. Luckily, the cops were able to get him to the hospital, where his life was spared. He was left with life-changing injuries, however. His left arm is very immobile, it appears. This is speculation on my part, but he may never be able to use his left arm the same anymore. The wave of loss kept coming for YBC, as Da Fetty, the cousin of YBC Dul, was another YBC member who wasn't really a rapper. Like Baby Cobb before him, he got money and helped Dul with his weed business. Da Fetty helped to organize Dul's rap career. Da can be seen in numerous YBC videos. He was out and about on a hot day in June of 2022 when he went to sell some weed and got shot. The people responsible were never caught. Damien Grant, or Da Fetty, was murdered on Saturday, June 25th, 2022. Officers responded to the 500 block of West Bristol Street and found Damien suffering from several gunshot wounds to his body. Police placed Damien in their patrol vehicle and transported him to Temple University Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased at 1:02 p.m. Unfortunately, CCK and YBC and every other group I talk about don't feel the same way about life as most of society. In these circles, life is not valued, and in many cases, not even their own. There is a picture of Damien laid out on the streets, and he had on black boots. Just as YBC would give people that died disrespectful nicknames, so too would CCK, the Mott, and 39th Street, and all the other blocks YBC beef with were now called Da Fetty Black Boots.
Lil' bro said he got a killer op for him to swap, go and trade again. Shit like Dora, way them boots went viral. He should've paid attention, he was this and turned into a dead rice. Back nigga died in boots, that's that hop out and start drawing pack. My bitch asked me, baby, what you spinning for? What you winning for? Cause my niggas died, we in the war.
They caught him loafing out of bounds in black boots with no pistol. Turn up on my ops, they ain't on shit when we get cranked. Every time I bang, I swear I bang a butter ring. Stupid dumb ass loafing out there trapping in them chums. You know we on your ass, what the fuck was wrong with him? I can't go out like no Vic, we get up close as one-on-one. Nigga head on black Tims, he ain't even get a chance to run.
Da was killed only a month after BK, and Kier only a week before Da Fetty. This had a devastating and demoralizing effect on YBC. The dissing from the ops didn't help and only made things worse. The music, to me, isn't the sole reason for the violence. The music definitely instigates and accelerates the outrage and anger from both sides. But blood being spilled is and always will be the main motivation for revenge. The loss of Da Fetty could be seen as a turning point for Dul. Not only had he lost one of his best friends in BK, now his day one homie and his blood cousin, Fetty, also lost his life. By the summer of 2022, the war between YBC and CCK was at a boiling point, and the city was bearing the brunt of it. Shootings, jail stabbings, public fights, murders, you name it, YBC and CCK went through it. Just as Dul was starting to try and get past the loss of his cousin, his absolute best friend in this world would be killed, and I think it's at this point where YBC Dul truly lost it. He was already pretty thrown off before this, but these 3 losses were devastating. Hundo, or J100, was a big YBC member. He was vital to the arrangement of things in the group, and he basically was the manager. He was there from the start and was basically the glue. And honestly, he was probably the best rapper out of them all. It's said that J100 was either on his way to or leaving a friend's house when they caught him. Tajay Brooks, or J100, was struck by gunfire on Monday, December 5th, 2022. At 9:20 p.m., police officers responded to the 4300 block of Paris Street and found Tajay Brooks, or J100, lying in the street. He was suffering from several gunshot wounds. Jay was transported to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center, where he was pronounced deceased. After he died, the ops dragged his name through the mud.
I ain't no big nigga, I can take the same route. I ain't no Vic nigga, I know God cooked so bad, he made my bitch feel it. All them fucking dead niggas and you still disrespect. I know them C's gon' go crazy if they lay a hand on me. You still in the booth for all them fucking dead homies. We the ones that crack that rapper head, we gon' stand doing all that shit. I got that drop so I had nigga heard them steps, turned around and got his taco touch, he would've lived.
This beef has gotten so out of hand that KJ's mom even got in on the disrespect after Hundo died.
Round of applause, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. I'm sorry whoever don't like it. I don't know them, but you know, they tend to keep a lot of people's names in there. Funerals, they be like Muslim. They stop. Oh wait. I'm telling y'all, Dul hitting them big ass boots with his peanut ass head.
Ooh.
Son.
Yo. They said they put him out there bopping his head. He was writing a verse.
Cameraman ain't tell him to duck.
I don't know.
Nobody said nothing to him.
I'm trying to hoop in my J's though.
Yo, and I just reserved the other ones coming out today. Yo, we about to wear J's for 30 days straight, yo. I promise you, we wearing a different pair of J's for 30 days straight. I promise you, fuck it, we gonna do 100 days. We gonna do 100 days. Y'all damn right I'm trolling. Y'all absolutely right. I've been quiet for way too long, and it's sad because all this shit is karma from his man. Every time them niggas speak on all these kids that they don't have shit to do, first of all, y'all niggas not even doing this shit.
To channel the pain and loss, YBC/YFA, along with Nine Side and the Tortures, will release a 22-song, hour-long album dedicated to dissing CCK in February of 2023. You had your other names that they usually diss, but this one was aimed squarely at CCK, and at that point, they felt that their back was against the wall. The string of horrible luck would continue for YBC. BK's best friend was shot, and the news quickly spread around social media, which is how some family and friends found out what happened to T.O. As I said before, T.O. and BK were very close, and the irony of T.O. being killed so close to BK wasn't lost on anyone, particularly the ops. On Tuesday, May 16th, 2023, at 9:50 p.m., Philadelphia police officers responded to the scene and found Kamir Scott suffering from multiple gunshot wounds throughout his body. The officers placed Kamir in their patrol vehicle and rushed him to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center, where he died from his wounds. Kamir Scott, or T.O., was just 20 years old at the time of his death.
We the ones that got the city hot. The big torches, bro, coasting over your face. We call that big torches. We the ones that cracking scars of broad day. The shit horror.
In February of 2023, a channel called SGFD TV released a vlog with YBC and YFA members in a studio. At one point near the beginning, they show BD giving the people in the room a pep talk, and he lays out their plans for 2023 and beyond. BD says that they're all going to get rich off music, and they want to start dropping mixtapes for everyone. He says now that Dul is popping, it's time for Hop Out Blick from the Tortures to drop his mixtape. He mentions FS being the next to drop and Mir Pop after that.
One more. Where FS at? I'm right here.
Proud of you. Proud of you, FS.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, FS just dropped this tape. Y'all dropped Us Against the World. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm proud of y'all, bro. Keep working. We're gonna really reach the highest limit. We're gonna keep going up and up. Keep working, y'all. Don't worry about all the bullshit.
You can hear Dul advocating for Curry's brother, Buster Curry, from 59th Street, to be on the list as well.
Don't worry about all the other bullshit was going on. Just keep working, bro. We gonna get rich, alright? I'm proud of y'all, especially you, big dog.
Y'all already know y'all got a billboard.
Big dog, proud of you, big dog. Everybody got to drop a tape, but you better than drop a tape. Blick next to drop a tape.
Bossa.
Mirror next, you feel me?
And Bossa next.
Then Buster next.
The next person, Blick. I mean, not Blick.
He said Bossa.
Not Mir.
2023 started with them attempting to follow that plan. One would think in order to execute something like that they would stay as far away from the streets as possible. But apparently, the plan was to try to be the biggest steppers in the city, rap about the work, and then get rich off the war, pain, and suffering that comes along with dissing the dead. A very short-sighted and outrageous goal. It was very ambitious at the very least. 2023 will also be the year Dul would try and expand his reach outside of Philly. Half the city wouldn't work with him, and booking shows was becoming impossible as no venue would let YBC or any affiliated sets perform for fear of violence. Dul had unintentionally hamstrung his career with the very thing that made him famous or infamous in the first place. His disrespect not only had everyone outside his fans and gang starting to hate him, it was hampering his aspirations to get the clout and fame he so desperately wanted. This would also be around the time that YBC Dul started to be seen hanging out with and making a lot of music with a brand new artist in Philly from all the way across the city who had his own disrespectful form of lyrics aimed at his own ops and his completely separate beef. Hop Out Blick, who I just mentioned, first came on the scene at Smoke P&B in 2022, and you would see him pull little clout stunts to try and get noticed by the drill pages on Instagram. Those pages who, at the time, were a part of this story as they would instigate and antagonize the beefs by posting the quote, scores. They called themselves Keeping Score, and they will refer to the killings in the most trivial and desensitized way possible. The story of Hop Out Blick is told in complete detail in my 2-part video documenting his quick rise and even quicker fall. I also have a video with some sharp critiques of the Philly drill pages that came out around the same time last year. To briefly recap, Hop Out Blick was just 17 when he first appeared, and YBC Dul was a good 67 years older than him. They started making music together in 2022, and their gangs basically clicked up. It's hard to look at this as anything other than an opportune click up. There were probably family members that knew each other and friends that brought them together, but the reason that Blick and Dul became a duo was because they were both doing relatively good numbers on the internet, and the relationship was mutually beneficial. Dul and Blick released dozens of songs together and racked up millions of views and streams on YouTube and Spotify. Dul, who already had a name, would raise Blick's profile even more with songs like So Many Names. Their two gangs, YBC and YFA and P&B/The Tortures, seemed to be completely clicked up by the beginning of 2023. FS the Bender, Mir Pop, Blick, and YBC Dul would take over as the music for this side of the beef, and were the most vocal and had the biggest fan base all of 2023. As for Lil Bucks and CCK, the click up with the clappers from South Philly would have fatal consequences for those involved. As YBC was reeling from the losses of their members, CCK was blamed for the death of BK and J100 specifically. Sonny Goon, Lil Kai, and Deke Loco's name would begin to ring in the streets for things other than music. They were from a set called the Clappers with a K. They were involved in their own mess in South and West Philly. Sonny and Deke Loc can be seen in this 2022 music video called Certified Campers by Lil Bucks. This would signify that these guys were starting to click up. It could be because of shared enemies and mutual love for some of the people who were killed, like K3.
again, this CK3 my smile again. But we gotta drop a word of V, I'm hopping in. When you diss us, make sure it's clappers with a K. They don't be up on that block, I know right where he stay. On the 7 with the guys, what you gonna do?
He said he smoking cake, he better stand the way he said. Better watch your fucking mouth, cause that's how niggas end up dead. But fuck that, you know that sauce shit, bitch, turn my drill up. Every time we run a tile, we sending shit up. Your homie dying, you ain't slide, you cry, go pick a blick up.
You hear the clapper, nigga?
Clappers live in the face.
To be clear, not everyone from 7th Street in South Philly claims the Clappers. There were a few prominent people from 7th Street like Lil Kai and Quill that would be cool with Sonny, who is from West Philly himself. They called themselves the Clappers, but not everyone from 7th Street sanctioned the click up. Same kind of thing with O to the 4. Not everyone from O to the 4 was a part of CCK. Everyone wasn't going to get along with everyone, but most of this stuff was hidden from the public. By the end of 2022, Deke Loco and Lil Bucks had fallen out over money. Sonny Goon ended up saving the situation from starting between these two, but the rift was bad enough that Lil Bucks literally distanced themselves from Deke Loco after his death, feeling as though, since they weren't even friends for real, he shouldn't have to, quote, claim him as one of his dead.
Drop and pass it off, Deke Loco, I put the bid. Deke Loco for that yacht, that shit pop is cherries. When Deke Loco for that yacht, that shit pop is top. Deke Loco died, they threw a party right next to his hurt. We barely tripping, fell like where you going? We supposed to feel us worth the ass to every block we put. Deke Loco got hit with a Russian yacht, we get that drop up. Russian yacht hit Deke Loco in his head and blew his top up. Deke Loco tried to chill with his advocate, that's the day he played.
Deke Loco will meet his demise in July of 2023. Deke was walking in the area of 17th and Christian with 3 or 4 other individuals leaving the YMCA after playing basketball. A car pulled up with 4 men in it and 3 hopped out and all 3 shot Deke Loco. When 17th District officers arrived on the scene, they found 18-year-old Sadiq Dove, or Deke Loco, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. They rushed him to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center, where he died around 7:45 that night. YBC Dul would use Deke Loco's death to mock Sonny Goon and CCK and get revenge for all the dissing they did when J100 and Da Fetty and BK died. HL Osama was another person who liked to diss J100, as the only video I could find of his is called Okay Whatever. He dissed J100, and within the next 2 months he was found, shot, and killed, while a woman he was with was also shot in this incident but survived. Ring video footage shows HL standing outside a house near 61st Street. A man walks by and unloads his clip into Osama. Osama can be heard screaming and saying, "Call the cops." With the recent passing of J100 and YBC hungry for a score, Deke and Osama dying within a month of each other had YBC elated. It gave them fresh material to rap about and taunt their ops with. Each death was used as cannon fodder and more stuff for these guys to rap about and make money from, which also gave everyone even more perverse incentives than they already had. Sonny Goon, another Clappers member I mentioned, will be front and center in the tenuous CCK click-up versus YBC. After J100's death, Sonny will make multiple diss songs towards YBC and Dul in particular. According to Dul, Sonny was top op, and for reasons I can't get into in this video. But just know this, there is a very specific reason Dul went on to diss Sonny Goon's brother and troll him so heavily. Sonny will release his most successful video to date, Start Your Day, with over 1 million views on YouTube in September of 2023. That same month, The Ticket and the main moneymaker for CCK, Lil Bucks, will get arrested on a string of probation violations stemming from his use in guns in his music videos. CCK was hanging by a thread at this point as a collective. You had Bucks and One Mirror who would argue on IG. Bucks and Liv would snipe at each other also while Bucks was locked up. And then a video of Bucks not claiming Deke Loco came out, and it seemed CCK was going away, and it wouldn't be a thing much longer. The internal strife was only a part of the reason for CCK falling apart. All the arrests and gang dismantlings by law enforcement that I've broken down on this channel before is really the main reason. YBC was in the same situation as CCK too, losing so many people to jail and gun violence that it's hard to keep relevance with so many of the members gone. That's actually one of the main reasons for these click-ups in the first place. I don't have to explain why you would want to keep your ranks up within a war. But I also don't have to explain how, in order to do that, you have to interact with people you might not have grown up with, which make things very tricky. And that is a recipe for disaster. Philly is a dog-eat-dog city on the streets and has always been that way. You hear the phrase, watch that back door, or close that back door a lot. My editor will kill me if I don't say pause. But anyway, being set up or betrayed in these click-up scenarios is more common than one might think. But sadly, as we all know, there are no winners and all losers. The same pain YBC Dul felt after he lost his friends to gun violence is the same pain he constantly makes people feel with all his dissing. But YBC Dul was willing to take it further than most of his ops when it came to the antics, and a lot of those antics involved being federal. As everyone is well aware of by now, the moniker Mr. Disrespectful was given to him by fans. He took the name and ran with it. It seemed as though he felt that callousness and not giving a single fuck is what people expected of him, and that he had to take his antics further and further. It started out with rapping about any and everybody, but by the end of 2023, YBC Dul felt he truly had nothing to lose and would truly start to crash out. So far, we've touched on YBC's war with 39th Street and CCK, but there are so many other blocks that YBC beefs with that I haven't mentioned. The fact that Dul was around for so long was shocking to a lot of people, seeing as he dissed person after person, song after song, year after year, and it seemed half the city wouldn't mind getting their hands on him. Besides Buddy, Sid, Q-Raw, Kanye, Deke Loco, H.L. Osama, Lil Bucks, Livy, and Sonny Goon, YBC Dul would go on to diss over 30 people by our count. He disses Benji from 39th Street, who was shot at by YBC and hit or grazed in his head. Dul constantly mentions this incident. FM from Diamond Street gets dissed because words were exchanged after Lil Bucks was hanging around Diamond Street and Zoo Gang members. Plus, FS the Bender was from North Philly and used to be friends with FM and others from back Diamond Street. When the beef heated up, FM told FS the Bender to pick a side. Q5 is a 15-year-old who was killed back in 2021 and was not really a part of this beef. Gunna from WSM or Westside Mafia from Uptown and Gunna from Richard Island in North Philly were both dissed by Dul even though they are not his ops. He dissed them because people he's cool with are their ops. Hattie, Rel, Mean, GMK, I have no idea who these people are, but Dul dissed them right along with everyone else. Bully from 56th Street was shot during this beef and gets dissed often. Kyrie Simmons, Rodney, K3's mom, Sarah from the Mont, Buka, Thule, and many more are mentioned a lot and are not a part of this beef at all. Dul dissed just to diss sometimes, and this is how he gained his notoriety. But there is one person who he dissed where he took the disrespect to another level. Zaire Stafford is the brother of Sonny Goon. They called him Booga. Here he is in a Clappers video. He's the one in the black t-shirt.
You barely flinched in that cold tub.
Old Spice CDTD, I stay first 24/7, on and off the field, and in and out the tub.
All that confidence comes from your face being on the bottom.
10%, bitch.
Well, I tell you what, the forecast is reading 100% chance of Kevin greatness.
Our offer was accepted.
Really? And the mortgage?
Locked in.
There are various other pictures of him holding guns and throwing up C's for CCK. So, he was at the very least affiliated. Is this a reason to die? Absolutely not. But unfortunately, it is a death sentence in the city of Philadelphia. From everything I've shown in this video, one thing should be clear. If you affiliate at all with any of these gangs, the ops consider you fair game. No matter your age, where you work, or go to school. They don't care if your mom is sick or if you're trying to change your life and decide to throw up the white flag. Not only that, but Booga's brother Sonny has done unspeakable things in the streets. There's a reason Sonny dissed certain people as much as he did, and Dul knew it. So, when Booga was shot and killed on December 7th, 2023, leaving his job at McDonald's, Dul took this opportunity as payback to Sonny Goon and CCK for all the pain that they had caused.
Crime bug, make button twins. He lost his make brother. Can't forget that shit done touched his top. That nigga dropped his nuggets. Soon as a nigga die, they act like he innocent. He was just dropping season pics, that's why he felt the switch.
This nigga brother died, he still making diss songs. Booga booga deep HL. Booga
felt that Mick button long with Sonny, bro. Sonny keep on dropping this song, like he just do nothing. This nigga, brother, I still making this song. Quine Book, Mick Button twins. He lost his Mick brother. Can't forget that shit that touched his top. That nigga dropped his nugget. That nigga dropped his nugget. He felt that Mick Button. Hold on, spark the clock. Ooh, he felt that Mick Button. I want the sweet and sour sauce. That's the Ooga Booga joint. I need a Ooga Booga shit. Niggas why they clocking out. Nigga worked at McDonald's. Pussy should've took a different way. Signed me in the jail. All shitty now.
It said on the Philly Angels Instagram account that Booga was the oldest of 12 and that he had a daughter on the way. Dul would diss Booga for the rest of his life. We didn't know it at the time, but the rest of Dul's life would only be about 9 months. 2023 was really the year that Dul became known outside the city as he started to collaborate with people like Ybcdul from New York, although Ybcdul and Dul would eventually have a falling out. In the beginning of 2023, he went out in Minnesota to collab with Too Easy in a song called Paint the World. He also made a song with Prince Dre from Chicago, and Dul's name was being noticed in the drill rap scene around the country. However, 2023 would be the year Dul's already apparent drug problem started to get worse. All the inevitable effects of dealing with heavy topics we've touched on so far, like trauma, death, pain, and PTSD, started to take its toll on Dul's mental. The closer he got to the end of his life, the more he put his foot on the accelerator towards his certain death. He was doing more drugs like lean and perk 30s, and he was dissing way more recklessly and going way more fed, even more than he normally does.
We just trying to chase this shit be in front of us. We turned up, we really big. Will we make popular, y'all? Like, you feel me, bro? Hey, Curio. Like, twin. Y'all be bluffing, bro. Y'all just see. Chest. Y'all never on y'all block. Y'all see, I just showed the live. And I was coming to y'all block way before I even came to y'all block. And all y'all Parkside, Belmont Ave, 39th Street. And just, well, all hate. That shit be giving me tea. Chest. The f wrong with y'all? And it's my hood. I run this shit. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all know what's going on, bro. Well, Lord, y'all know what's going on down this job, bro. Y'all know who run the hood. Well, Lord, that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all know who run the hood. Nigga, the Mont 39th Street, whatever. Y'all know who run the hood. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like,
real quick.
X niggas, all that. It's one mirror. YBC Dul on here. He said I'm a cat rapper, and I said he a cat rapper. X niggas, when you ever hop out? Wallahi, I've been on drills.
Wallahi, I've been on drills.
You the nigga on
I can't.
What the
It's
hell?
all muted.
You the fucking church, bro. Bitch ass nigga, you never slid. Not one time. Wallahi, I went multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could count.
Nah, coffee don't work.
I can't even count. Wallahi, I slid way more than you in this war.
Oh my goodness.
I got way more
This
taste.
nigga went dancing up. No.
God, why you got me teed, bro? Call my bluff.
No.
Hey, 24. Call my bluff. YBC Dul ain't never going no drills.
You gotta stop yelling.
What you talking about, nigga? No nigga in this live not gonna say that. You's a you talking about bitch ass nigga. That shit give me tea. Yo, that shit, bro.
So you
just gotta let listen, hey keeper, when he come on here, you just gotta let him. Hey keeper, when he come on here, just let him run his. Like don't interrupt him or nothing. Just let him run his. He get on this joint, drills. He shot boy.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. One bear.
Talking about
It's the commission.
Bro, I work on houses. You get on my live talking about drilling and shit.
Terrible.
And your man just told me.
No, nigga, you know what's really going on.
You got the most to say about this war, bro. What did you do to a like? What did you jump out on and like get busy like?
X 39th Street. That's the gun range.
Now X 39th Street. Oh my God.
What you talking about? You don't
bro,
know I
really,
took niggas
that
on
boy
these
like yo, you
bro.
really like
Bro, like bro. You don't know who you
was a
talking
bad bull. Like yo, what's wrong with you,
bro?
Yo, I'ma keep it a beam. I'ma keep it a beam, bro.
Shit, like,
nigga, y'all swerve gonna confirm that for y'all.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro, why the f is y'all up here going back and forth with these niggas, bro? Like, what y'all on, bro?
It's baby, bro, they got a team right there.
We don't talk to those niggas like this, bro. We know what the f going on. We know what we do. You heard me?
No, cause they
hey, hold up, dog. Niggas having, hold up. Niggas having bad months. Niggas having bad weeks. It's allowed, bro.
But we giving niggas love, bro.
We just chilling, you heard me? Niggas having bad months.
Nah, bro, you gotta come pick me up.
Niggas having bad months, bad weeks, and bad days.
Real shit, bro. Like, niggas
hey, baby.
On, bro. But, hey, look, move. Get off the line, bro. In that shit, bro. You give these niggas too much attention.
I said, at the Teal died, I swear Parkside had a bad month. Word. Like 8 niggas. Check them stats.
Bro. Yo, we about to be on them pages, bro. This shit cranking.
Hey, drum, bloody. Yo, I miss y'all niggas, bro.
Bro, they said, bro, they said the set on top butt start dicking him all in his head. This shit is real.
They
like
smash on him like that, bro.
They said on him and started stabbing him in the head.
Bro.
Hey, dude, that was
fuck that. I ain't gonna lie, it's about to be a video. Like, y'all know how King Von videos was coming out?
Yeah.
Videos gonna start coming out.
No, it ain't. It ain't no cameras in the jail.
The nigga, cameras all in this joint.
How you think this gets sent to the hole and all that?
What?
No,
Little Buck.
Be red.
He said Lil Buck started taking off, bro. He started running like he was running, bro. That nigga running like nigga throwing that switchy ass. They said, my man, y'all talking. Yo, come here. Yo, well,
the nigga said, y'all said, like, yo, I'm about to go to the hole, like.
Yo, this
said he bumped traffic. Like, they said he bumped traffic. He bumped
traffic. He
like on some shit. He wanted that wreck right there.
He wanted that. He said, like, no, you know what he really wanted to do? I ain't gonna lie, you know. He wanted that cheese. He heard dude put that cheese on his head. They say,
oh no, I ain't do nothing. Oh no. Get dirt up. Hey, yo, where the f*** Corny at, yo? Corny, where the f*** you at? Ah! H.L. Booger, Dick Low. You talking about in Westside Cab just died.
You talking about this Dick Low shit, bro? Who know him? Oh, so y'all talking about Dick Low?
Oh, that's...
Yo. Up now.
How does it feel?
Yeah, they said he needs some Marines, bro. He called the sub a Marine.
Yo, you got hey, dude, that's a sub in here?
Bro, I got these joints from Jump Out BM. Long Live Jump Out BM, man.
Bro.
I got a couple of them. I got a couple of them left.
Brisky, you got the submarines in the door?
I was saving them, John.
Dude, ready for the indictment to hit.
Bro got the submarines in the door right now.
Dude gonna tuck them joints right in this whatchamacallit, in his shiesty.
That indictment going hit, nigga. Shit gonna rip
Dude
like
gonna tuck the subs in his COVID.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Regardless, I'm gonna be on the Suboxone program regardless.
Cause soon as I get up, and I'm telling them I was taking 530s a day, and I got
I ain't even gonna have to tell them that. They gonna see I'm going through withdrawal. That shit ain't no game, bro. They gonna see that shit. They gonna be like, yo, Claus look sick. Bro, shit.
No, I ain't gonna hold you though. I'm not going to jail. I'm just trolling y'all. I'm about to sign a deal and put money on ops and shit like that. I'm not going to jail.
No, Allah, FSS really the whole thing though. We not going to jail. We ready.
It sound good. We being funny with y'all, but all just left, the smile was on my face.
Why I really got
we not like, let's be realistic. Niggas was in jail forever. I just came home doing this music shit right now. I'm about to get a deal, pay for a couple of my homies' lawyers, and put $5,000 on a lot of niggas' heads. That's how my shit about to go. I ain't really got too many.
To begin 2024, Dul's antics cranked up to 100. In February, he dug up dirt in a graveyard, acting as if he was digging up Kwani or Q Rizzy's grave. In April, he lost another friend when 3 people being chased by Pennsylvania State Police in connection with a retail theft died in a fiery crash in Boothwyn after the driver, speeding away from the troopers, lost control of the car. Murder Loke, close friends with Dul and FS the Bender, was killed in the crash, and CCK and others went on to mock Dul, Bender, and YBC. The mocking of Murder Loke made Dul unusually upset. being as though he just spent the last 3 years dissing any and everybody. Seeing him get as emotional as he did was a little weird to watch. 2024 would see Dul do the most media appearances he's ever done. His first couple interviews that he gave to local Philly podcasts were a little underwhelming, but he did the BFG podcast where he opened up a little. He spoke about how he feels that he's being blackballed in Philly and that his ops like Lil Bucks are getting much more favorable treatment from radio stations and even to bloggers and the media in Philly. In May, he did London YouTuber Khadijah's podcast. The same month, he also went out to LA to do No Jumper and did the most federal interview one could give. Dul wanted to be famous for all the wrong reasons.
Hold on. Right quick. I gotta charge this shit. That's fat.
And he was getting all the wrong kinds of attention. And by the time summer rolled around, YBC Dul's whole world would come crashing down. On July 8th, 2023, a video was posted showing a young man getting gunned down on 52nd and Jefferson. The very same day, YBC was claiming to get back for T.O. on Instagram, even though this man who was killed was obviously way older than them and seemingly had nothing to do with this beef. It just seems they were trying to catch any and everybody that were out on Parkside that day. A witness whose car was stolen that day and an anonymous tip would lead authorities to Mir Pab and Yak Yola. In August of 2024, Yola and Mir Pab would be arrested for this incident and are currently facing murder and firearm charges along with many other charges.
Y'all think it's a game? That's how we coming. We in the trenches, like we in Philly. I'm outside. Street niggas can vouch for me. Anywhere I go, nobody don't play with me. I never got robbed. I never got touched, shot at in the city yet. I took a drink yesterday. Fuck, you just took a nigga drink. And he got gun butted with it. I ain't get hit yet.
You late, my boy.
You been hit by gun bullet?
Yeah, got by gun bullet.
You never been hit?
Yeah, I ain't get hit yet.
On August 23rd, 2024, at approximately 3:35 p.m., 35th District officers responded to Einstein.
Hell, I'm gonna do his video documentary for, and I ain't react to none of his music. And I usually do music reactions. Come on, nah. And it be say part 2. Come on, nah.
At approximately 3:35 p.m., 35th District officers responded to Einstein Medical Center for a report of a person with a gun. Upon arrival, the officers located the decedent, Ybcdul Vix, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Doctors pronounced the victim at 3:55 p.m. The 35th District located a white Hyundai with apparent bullet holes and strike marks. The shop is
got touched, shot at in the city yet. I took a drink yesterday. Fuck, you just took a nigga drink. And he got gun butted with it. I ain't get hit yet.
When you say hit, do you mean hit by gun bullet?
Yeah, got by gun bullet.
You never been hit?
Yeah, I ain't get hit yet.
On August 23rd, 2024, at approximately 3:35 p.m., 35th District officers responded to Einstein Medical Center for a report of a person with a gun. Upon arrival, the officers located the decedent, Ybcdul Vix, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Doctors pronounced the victim at 3:55 p.m. The 35th District located a white Hyundai with apparent bullet holes and strike marks parked on the 5500 block of North Fairhill Street. Almost simultaneously at 3:34 p.m., police responded to a radio call for a person with a gun at 5520 North 6th Street. Police cleared the property, and as they were preparing to leave, a witness known to the Commonwealth, hereinafter as witness number 1, approached officers and advised them that he was inside the Hyundai with YBC Dul at the time of the shooting. At 5:25 p.m., witness number 1 was transported to the homicide unit by police and was escorted to interview room D, where they provided the following summarized statement. Witness number 1 informed detectives that they were the music manager of the deceased Ybcdul Vix. This witness stated that Ybcdul Vix had rented the white Hyundai for approximately 1 week. On the evening of August 23, 2024, this witness and YBC Dul were scheduled to travel to New York for business. The witness stated that prior to the shooting, Vix had arrived at his residence at North 6th Street, entered the property, and the two left approximately 2 minutes later. Witness number 1 said that YBC Dul was operating the Hyundai and that he sat in the front passenger seat. There were no other occupants. Approximately 4 minutes into the drive, Dul was shot. This witness stated that everything happened so fast and that they did not know where the gunshots were coming from, did not see who shot, did not know if the shooter was in a car or on foot, and did not know how many gunshots were fired. The witness said he saw Vicks was shot and drove back home to North 6th Street to their residence. Then, with the help of their uncle, witness number 1 stated that they drove Vicks to Albert Einstein Medical Center. The witness provided Abdul Vic's Instagram account as YBC Dul 42 and The Real Disrespectful. The witness initially was not forthcoming with providing their Instagram handle, but after being confronted by detectives, they ultimately provided their Instagram as Baby 35th Street. Detectives were notified of a vehicle arson that occurred on the 6900 block of North 15th Street in the rear parking lot. The Philadelphia Fire Department was notified, responded, and observed a 2018 white Kia Sportage, which had been obviously burned. Upon opening the vehicle, fire personnel observed several FCCs inside the vehicle and notified police immediately. Surveillance video recovered shows the Kia entering the side building parking lot of 6945 North 15th Street at 3:40 p.m. The Kia then disappeared behind the building, where there are no cameras. At 3:43 p.m., a male wearing a black hooded sweatshirt, a black mask, and dark colored pants is observed running out of the lot, making efforts to cover his face. On August 25, 2024, recovered from the vehicle were multiple DNA swabs, latent fingerprints, 2 7.62 FCCs, 1 9mm FCC, and 1 unfired 9mm cartridge. Fire marshals took samples from a towel which smelled of gasoline that was located on the front driver's seat and a sample from the rear seat of the vehicle. On August 26, 2024, a surveillance video clip captures the murder of Abdul Vicks that was posted on multiple social media outlets, including Instagram. Police were not aware of the video before this. A review of the footage allowed homicide detectives to identify the scene of the murder as 176 West Alney Avenue. Detectives were dispatched to the 100 block of West Alney Ave to locate any remaining scene and video. After canvassing the area, they recovered 1 silver 9mm FCC from the street. The examination compared and identified latent fingerprints in which 7 different prints were recovered from the burned Kia Sportage. One of the prints belonged to a 17-year-old who ended up becoming a witness. With his mom present, he was read his Miranda rights, and he told officers a fake story about a guy named Julius who was trying to sell Aiden Waters the stolen Hyundai Sonata for $100. He said he briefly got in the car to talk with him, and that's why his prints might be in the car. He acknowledged where Aiden lived, which is on 68th Street. During this investigation, detectives were able to obtain surveillance video in order to track the path of both vehicles, the Kia and Hyundai, before and after the murders. The offender's white Kia Sportage is able to be tracked from the shooting of Dul all the way back to near 68th and Cobbs Creek, where apparently Aiden Waters lives. A camera catches the white Sportage traveling to the back alleyway on 68th Street. However, there were no cameras in the alleyway, and all they have on video is footage of a male running from the alleyway moments after the Kia Sportage is last seen entering the alleyway. On August 31st, 2024, Homicide and SWAT executed a search and seizure warrant on the house on 68th Avenue. Police located Aiden Waters in the second floor bedroom. On the bed, under Waters, was a black Glock 29 10mm handgun. The firearm had an obliterated serial number, a red switch attachment, a red grip, and an extended magazine loaded with 24 rounds. There was no round in the chamber. A search of that same bedroom also yielded 1 yellow and silver Rolex with a blue face, a social security card belonging to Aiden Waters, and an empty Magnum Ybcdul gun box for a 9mm firearm. Recovered from Waters was a black iPhone 15 Pro Max with the back glass shattered. A search of the basement yielded 1 Glock 9mm 19 Gen 5 handgun with the serial number still intact. The firearm was in a black bag next to the washer and dryer. It was loaded with 16 live 9mm rounds and 1 in the chamber. This firearm was found to be in stolen status. In total, 8 cellular devices were recovered from the basement as well. Aiden Waters was taken into custody and transported to the homicide unit for investigation. Waters' mother, just 39 years old, was also transported to the homicide unit. In the interview room B, which was audibly and visibly recorded, she permitted detectives to speak with her son, Detectives took a post-Miranda statement from Waters. The pertinent portions are summarized as follows. Waters said he resides on 68th Avenue with his mother. Waters also said he found the loaded 10mm inside Fisher Park, located at 5th and Alany Avenues a few days prior. Waters admitted to associating with at least 2 Fast Break members and provided an Instagram's, quote, troll page called It's Aiden Bitch. Waters acknowledged knowing of the shooting death of YBC Dul and the day that it occurred. And when asked about his familiarity with a white Kia Sportage used in the homicide, he initially denied any knowledge of the vehicle. Confronted with the existence of surveillance footage, Waters stated that the white Kia arrived at the rear of his home on the day of Vic's murder, but he doesn't know anything else. Waters refused to tell detectives the identities of any occupants of the Kia. Pursuant to the search and seizure warrant, Aiden Waters was photographed and fingerprinted. Detectives also obtained DNA from Waters via buccal swabs. The recovered firearms were swabbed for DNA evidence as well. Police are familiar with both witness number 1 and the decedent Ybcdul Vicks as known members of a group called YBC. Detective Carr spent 7 years as a patrol officer in the 16th District where the group initially operated and began interacting with the officer. He states that in that capacity, Baby 35th Street and YBC Dul began interacting with him in 2016. During Detective Carr's time in the 16th District, he would regularly interact with Baby, Dul, and other known members and associates of YBC. Carr eventually began regularly monitoring their Instagram accounts. Carr has monitored their account since 2017. Officers are also familiar with the group Fast Break and know Fast Break members are mainly comprised of juveniles who reside or spend their time in the Alany section of Philadelphia and are often referred to as the younger version of the group M24. They are also former members of a group called the Jump Out Gang. Further, police are aware of social media accounts used and operated by Fast Break members and associates. Additionally, police know that Fast Break is one of the most recent criminal groups to target the Alany neighborhood in the 35th District. They specifically associate themselves with North 4th Street, which they call the Four, including the areas of 4th and Nidro and 4th and Spencer. They are known to have relationships with members of the older M24 gang, which operated in roughly the same area within Alany. Since late 2022, they have referred to themselves by various names, including the Headshot Gang and TSN, or Turn Street Niggas, before appearing to settle on the name Fast Break in late 2023. They have continued M24's feuds with groups from adjacent Logan, Longcrest, and Frankfort neighborhoods. The non-fatal shooting we spoke of earlier on Setner Street, the Buchanan Street murder, and the shooting of YBC Dul all match weapons found in Aiden Waters' home. On September 4th, 2024, a preliminary examination of the 17-year-old's iPhone identified some significant falsehoods in his statement to police. Contrary to what he said, he was in contact with Aiden Waters on the evening of August 18th, 2024, and he apparently sells Aiden the stolen gray sedan, which police believe is used in the August 18th, 2024 non-fatal shooting and the August 19th murder, which occurred just hours apart. Prior to asking about the sedan, Waters asked if the 17-year-old still has the Sportage, which is the model of the Kia used in the August 23rd murder of Ybcdul Vicks. A review of the 17-year-old's Bluetooth connections show that they are connected to a Kia and a Honda Sonata in the days leading up to August 18th. After the vehicles are used to facilitate the commission of each crime, these individuals attempt to destroy any physical evidence left behind by bleaching and setting the cars on fire, so the police were able to establish a pattern. Aiden Waters is charged with 2 counts of murder, aggravated assault, criminal conspiracy, armed robbery, and grand theft auto, among other serious charges.
And right now, a 16-year-old boy is charged with the murder of a Philadelphia rapper. That shooting happened last month in Alany. The 25-year-old rapper Ybcdul Vicks, also known as YBC Dul, was killed. District Attorney Larry Krasner announcing those charges today.
He also says the teen suspect is connected to several other shootings. Jeff, what can you tell us? Well, I can tell you that the country and this region appears to have a problem with young victims and young people shooting guns. Listen, prosecutors with the district attorney's office tonight are urging parents in the city of Philadelphia to search the rooms of their children to find guns there and call the police to have them taken away. This, as you folks have reported, as he charges a 16-year-old with double murder. In a light rain near a basketball court in Olney, DA Larry Krasner reports he's charged a 16-year-old with the killing of 2 and the wounding of others as part of a shooting group known as Fast Break.
A small group of young people in the city of Philadelphia made a decision to hold a gun, to point a gun at another human being and pull the trigger.
The alleged teenage shooter is Aiden Waters. The DA says he's the killer of 25-year-old rapper Ybcdul Vix in a shooting on the 5500 block of North Fair Hill Street in late August. Investigators report they've linked Waters to a wave of shootings in Philadelphia last month, along with the murder counts. He faces attempted murder, aggravated assault, and gun charges.
It's called clout chasing, is what we call it. It's what everyone calls it, I guess. You're looking for notoriety. You're looking to make a name for yourself.
Prosecutors say the guns used in the killings were illegal and one had a switch installed, allowing for multiple shots with one squeeze of the trigger. Prosecutors are urging parents to search their children's rooms for guns.
Recover the firearms that are in the homes, in the basements, under the rafters. Call the police. Tell them you found a gun in your house.
At 16, Waters is likely to spend much of his life in prison if convicted, while a city council member calls for early intervention for teens like him.
We need to find ways to get a hold of these clout chasers, these young people who are oftentimes doing things just to be noticed.
Once again, a 16-year-old charged with double murder in this case. The district attorney calls this a rapid response to violent crime. The alleged shooting occurred just last month. In the meantime, they are urging parents to help them with their efforts. Live in Olney, I'm Jeff Cole, Fox 29 News. Folks.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much.
Bauer Tools give you the confidence to take on challenging home projects. With hundreds of corded and cordless tools and accessories, Bauer is ready to deliver. Whatever you do, do it for less. Only at Harbor Freight.
Oh shit, song words was it at one? Right?
All these deals are so good, you won't believe the prices.
This has to be a joke.
It's no joke. Ollie's Bargain Outlet sells famous brand name merchandise at up to 70% off the fancy store prices. Hurry in.
Ollie! Good stuff, cheap!
I really be disrespected. Like, shit's speak for itself. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You safe right now, you with me, but for me, it's that gutter right. It just depends on who you know, bro. Yeah, if you on some cool though, bro, like, don't be on no bro. We ain't on there in Philly, like, we really got ops. We do the niggas that need done to them. Like.
Let me stop and speak for a second about PTSD and the desensitization to killing, the lack of accountability from gun manufacturers, and the effect that this all has on people who are in or come from circumstances like the people in this video. Every day, more than 120 Americans are killed with guns, and more than 200 are shot and wounded. That's 44,000 Americans a year killed by guns, and nearly 97,000 more are shot and wounded. The effects of gun violence in America extend far beyond these casualties. Gun violence shapes the lives of millions of Americans who witness it, know someone who was shot, or live in fear of the next shooting. Trauma refers to the lasting adverse effects of an event or series of events. Living through this ordeal can change how one sees oneself and the world around them. The everyday emotional and physical responses from trauma include feelings of anxiety, fear, and hypervigilance. Living in fear after experiencing gun violence and always anticipating harm or hurt in their daily lives is a very important context to add to these stories. It's easy to sit here and condemn the actions of these individuals that I cover, which I 100% do. But it's also important to understand that people like this don't come out of nowhere. Very specific conditions have to be present for people like YBC Dul, F5, and FS the Bender, and thousands of others who grew up in these communities and conditions. There are multiple bills in Congress looking to pass legislation that will make access to trauma therapy easier and remove barriers that will help provide an exit ramp to gang members. There are also bills, again waiting for Congress, that will make it easier for people to sue gun manufacturers and make it easier to trace gun sales. Reek 1200 and 1K were both found guilty in the murders of Nasir Marks and Kanye Pittman. Baby Wick was found not guilty in his murder case, but he was found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder. Curry still faces his charges in the Sidney Sessoms murder, which took place in September of 2021. Reek and Baby 1K were sentenced to 35 to life. F5 was sentenced to 12.5 to 25 years for his involvement in the murders of KJ and Snipe. Hop Out Blick is still awaiting trial for his charges in the April 2023 gun swap gone wrong. BD, Baby Stu, and F5 face the same charges. FS the Bender was recently arrested as he's still dealing with a gun charge. I spoke with him the day before he got booked, and he kind of mentioned that he knew he was going to go to jail soon. I'll keep everyone posted when I find out more of what's going on with him. Mir Pod was arrested along with Yak Yola and charged with the death of Sharif King in an August 2023 West Philly shooting.
Yeah, don't indict those. Yeah. What's up with these ratting ass, man?
They said it was y'all that was ratting, bro. I need somebody to explain this to me. How
the f is we ratting if we ain't in jail?
I don't know what that mean. Like, what you mean? The nigga only been in there for 2 days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it take longer than 2 days to do a sweep, bro. Right, I ain't gonna lie to you.
What sweep they do? Only told on what sweep they do? And only told on one person.
Oh, one?
They gonna be told on one person.
Oh. So you
they ain't no sweep. They ain't no sweep, bloody and nigga told. That's all I was. You feel me?
Zombie was recently arrested and charged with what authorities say is his role in the 2022 murder in New York State. YBC Dul definitely has his place in Philly rap history. At this point, he will be known as the face of Philly drill for a good 2 years. He burned it out to the point as though now he's gone, that it will never be the same. To be clear, I think that's a good thing that it will never be the same and that the city will be better for it. I think at the end of the day, Dul was really out of options and he knew it. Literally 90% of his day one homies were lost to the system or the street. And he had half the city trying to kill him and his top enforcements or protection were mostly gone. Dul will be remembered as an absolute character, a one-of-a-kind personality, but also a deeply flawed person who experienced the worst Philly had to offer its residents. He also caused a lot of pain with his words. The same songs that people find entertaining are the same songs and lyrics that cut unseen wounds into people. He rapped about teenagers that died and people that had nothing to do with the war. The cycle of violence that is so well known to people, but seems unstoppable at times, is what took Dul out at the end of the day.
I shop for a lot of the same things. That's why I like Pays, the online checkout from the same banks and credit unions I already use. Same cards, ready to go right here. Same confidence, because my actual card numbers stay hidden from the store. So it's easy to be the same great me, because Pays is built for how I shop.
You mean for how we shop?
As long as it's on sale.
Dad.
Meet Pays, online checkout from banks and credit unions.
You know I'm smoking on dog. You know I'm smoking on dog. I popped in his eye, the nigga ain't watch what he said. I call him 42 nugget, this nigga is shredding. The best shit I hit in some years. They turn me right in the gas. I know this Abdul. I know you can tell by the hair.
Fast break, jump out the V, step back, drop 30 on a nigga like Jalen Brunson. World get back, but we drop.
My food here too.
Like 100. 200 plus when we come to the function. Nigga been dead, but we had stood over when all them bullets start hitting his muffin. Said that boy, niggas you dumb. Why would you stop your car at the light when the Drake start dumping? When we send a blitz, everybody get hit.
You niggas should know by now, play tough, get wet, little bro, 2 in. One by one, how them niggas keep jumping like flies. Shoulda knew that he ain't have a chance. Jumped up the.
Hold on, one second. Fuck.
14 first and I turn shit up cause the DA keep taking my camp. Y'all know it's a go. I heard it's the mask in the air and he punching on shit like a champ. I got a text saying that dude had checked. I was hoping and praying it's true. Let's keep it a bean. You know that shit was a rep. He was fighting since 132. Day by 30, still trying to look for his hand, but the DJs ain't having a clue.
Nigga K and the shit on there. Go. CCK. Go. Nigga trolled on live, bitch, we ain't knowing that. Now Mr. Federal died. Well, all here nigga did this. Well, all here nigga did that, man. That nigga lied. This nigga talk.
Anywhere I go, nobody don't play with me. I never got robbed. I never got touched, shot at in the city yet.
Dude got hit up in the wheel. BK died the same way. Hundo died trying to get in the limp. I guess leaving the house so niggas ain't safe. Another chaser died. Tell a rest get from out the city and go help they self. Get a low, we can't get up on it. Better know I'ma make that call and get shit dealt. They rolled up fast as shit. Throwing chest shots at the whip. They did it well. They did it great. Ain't they on out like that, you know? Jay and Dul, the walkout twins. They both died leaving the crib with no gun. Niggas popped all that killer shit. He met them killers and they turned that rapper to run. I'm still T in the belt, get on the net and go live. We get lows from thoughts, hit a rifle for perk, now she giving that exact dot. I told YFA, y'all ain't looking like no face arrangements from all of these funeral arrangements. Big blood this and big blood that got him hip with the switch and the yap in his chest. YBC Dul should learn about fucking with us, no CCK getting that. I still be turned way pressing the rap shit, I just do that cause I pop. He put all that killer shit in them songs and couldn't even get up front of me shot. All that this and got him crop, lil' bro sat right outside the spot. They left that one out nigga pop, kept trying to go fed without some guap. They can't even diss us, told him stop, we got that rapping nigga drop. Ain't worried about that block, they brung up folks, we had to bend it. I got killers on top that low, told them don't leave, he out there that chill. That hoes cheap trying to twerk on the car, this bitch is stoli, hoes stop trip. This shit ain't no cap, if I say go, well, the folks will come pay that visit. We ain't doing no drive-by, get out the car, walk over close, make sure he finished.
On October 10th, 2024, known Fast Break member Hundo Seam was shot and killed in the Fern Rock neighborhood. Around 5:31 p.m., police responded to multiple reports of shots fired at Kamak and Chu Streets. A 22-year-old man was found suffering from multiple gunshot wounds to the head and torso next to a property, according to the Philadelphia police. Officials said officers recovered more than 30 spent shell casings at the scene of the shooting. Clearly, this 22-year-old victim was targeted since he was hit multiple times and most of the spent shell casings were just a few feet away from where the victim was lying on the ground. Chief Inspector Scott Small said the victim, who police identified as Nassim James of Frankfurt, was transported to the hospital where he succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced dead at 5:43 p.m.
Looking for a new personal auto insurance policy? Or perhaps you need commercial auto insurance for your business.
Hundo Seam lived just about a mile from where he was shot. The way YBC Dul was killed will forever be remembered for the bizarreness of it all. The fact that he didn't die to one of the dozens of gangs he regularly mocked. He wasn't killed by the people he begged to do something to him. He died to a gang he never mentioned before, and that most fans of his music never even heard of before. The city knew who Fast Break was due to their numerous wild shooting events that members are now locked up for. But the city just didn't know it at the time. After Dul's death, more eyes were on Fast Break than ever before, and Hundo Seam started to diss Dul a lot. His death is speculated get back for Dul, but this hasn't been confirmed yet. I'll make sure to keep everyone posted. And I'm gonna leave it there for now. Thanks for watching American Confidential, and until next time, be safe.
That's crazy, bro. Then the people that he was dissing got to him. Damn, we made it. All those that made it through, appreciate y'all. Shit, I'll be streaming again. I don't know, probably tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Sunday, probably tomorrow. Not tomorrow, probably like Monday. That being said, Slater Spark, finish the food in the top. Y'all be safe. Appreciate y'all. Love.